knows.
Full on like knock someone out though.
Oh, straight up. Actually, the day that I met my ex,
I knocked them out.
no.
We're sitting here with Kat.
Hi.
Do you like the title of dancer, stripper? What would you like to be? What's your
Player.
occupation?
To like,
Just so we can.
some girls only like exotic dance or just dancer. I genuinely don't give a single fuck.
Maybe it could just be Kat, but there's a lot of questions that like.
The stripper.
It's like, for example, Kat the stripper works. Maybe we'll name the episode that. But the only reason I ask is because there's questions in here, like, for example, worst stripper stereotypes. And I don't know if there's like a thing in the community of like, no, stripper is disrespectful. Call me
Dancer
Boogaloo or whatever.
Yeah.
See, with dancer though, like I'll tell people that like I'm a dancer, and then they'll just be like, "Oh, what, like ballet?"
Oh, have you done any
I'm like,
plays that
"No,
I know of?
stripping.
Like
Tap
Cinderella?
Shake ass for money. Like that's what I do."
Yeah, you just got to be out front with it. So, I mean, I guess since I just asked it, what is the worst stripper stereotype?
Definitely that we're all like drug addicts and that like we just like fuck for money and that's like all we do. Like I
Yeah.
definitely used to be a drug addict, but like I wasn't.
I mean, we
that
all go through
kind of
phases, you know?
Stereotypical. Now there are those some stereotypical strippers, but
That like follow those stereotypes?
yeah. But it's kind of since COVID they've kind of like weeded themselves out, so it's like not.
Oh, that's interesting. I do wonder how
anymore.
COVID would affect.
Oh, it fucked everything up.
That's why. I'm sorry. Just to get the anxiety out of the way. Is she coming up good on the waves?
Yeah, I
All
felt
right.
everything.
All right.
I mean, you
So-
could talk a little closer if you want.
Yeah, just a little bit closer. That's all.
I'll just like bang my teeth
Yeah.
on the microphone.
Like right here. This will be good. But sorry, I'll freak out if I don't like make sure it's all good. But
I know you're good.
it's okay. I'm not gonna freak out. Anyway,
what I'm here for. I'm
what
checking.
This is also what editing's for. So
Exactly.
yeah, people like there's the stereotype of like, oh yeah, strippers are just drug addicts. But like, how common really is it? Like, in the strip clubs that you've worked at, are drugs like really rampant in there, or is it just a select couple of people?
It definitely used to be. Like, when I first started dancing, like, I was a drug addict. So I used to have customers just come in and, like, bring me, like, grams of, like, the schno for free.
God damn.
But, like,
I mean, that's a good way to.
it's just, like, there's a lot of, like, weed. Like, girls just be fucking.
I mean, is weed even a
fried as
drug?
hell.
Yeah, we
No.
know what I mean?
Yeah, that
It's
doesn't
really
count.
not, but like girls be like fried as hell in there. There's some girls that like, like they'll pop pills in the club and stuff, but like it's really not how it used to be. Or
Okay.
like
So like, well, first of all, when did you start dancing?
when I was 18.
Okay, so you were 18,
So the
and,
year of 2019.
and then you like in the beginning, were you just kind of already doing drugs, or did you do it to like get through the shift?
No, I was already doing drugs.
Okay.
So
Yeah, because like it kind of reminds me of what they say about like kitchens and like working in a restaurant where like everybody in a restaurant is fucked up or on
drunk
drugs
or
because you got to
fucked
get through the
up, yeah.
fucking shift because it's like sucks.
that's
you know
why
what I mean?
most of us dancers are usually hammered by the
Yeah.
end of the night because it makes it just so much easier one to handle the fuck-headed pieces of shit.
I think that's the same way with the restaurant though, because you got bars in most every restaurant, so people are gonna
yeah.
drink and get liquor. And stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, there's only a certain amount of jobs where you can really get away with like having a good time and drinking and stuff. So like, why not? As long as it's not like hindering your personal life type shit.
Yeah.
Not really. Like with dancing, like you meet girls, they take like a couple shots and they're just like,
Yeah, can't
Like,
handle this shit.
fucked up. Like I have a very high alcohol tolerance. Like I can drink like half a bottle of tequila and be totally fine. But like with dancing, and you like really have to like learn how to handle yourself when you're drunk.
Oh yeah.
So I could be like so drunk, like I'm about to like throw up on the floor, and
But you,
I'll
like,
be.
hide it.
Yeah, I can hide it. I can still do my dances. I can still get up on stage. Like I can somewhat talk to customers. Like I will just ramble and ramble.
Yeah.
But like you'll know I'm drunk, but I'm not gonna be like
In your face about it. and stuff.
everywhere, like falling over. There's a lot of girls that get drunk like that in the club, and I'm like, you need to handle your liquor first before you come into work.
Because I'm sure there could be like some nightmare stories of being too fucked up and then some
yeah.
shitty
Oh, yeah.
customer
I've
takes
had-
advantage of it.
I've had a couple friends get drugged in the strip club.
Oh man.
Yeah,
damn.
it's never happened to me because I take my drink everywhere with me, and I don't. There's 3 customers I will ever leave my drink with. In
Yeah.
the 4 years that I've been at this specific club, like
Are those like regulars?
Yes.
Okay.
And they're the only 3 customers I will ever trust with my drink. Obviously, the girls, like another dancer, would be like, hey, watch my drink, going pee real quick. But
Yeah, I'm sure you get good at like reading people and like kind of being like aware of your surroundings with that shit.
I read this one dude so hard. He was like, you must be good at reading people. Read me. And I was just like, parents are still together. You had a happy childhood. They're paying for your fucking college. Like, you have a
magic.
nice car that daddy bought you. And he was like,
I'm getting out of here. I gotta go.
he was like, how did you know all that? And I'm like, you can see it on people.
Yeah. No, I mean, when you have to deal with people that are either going to be respectful or completely disrespectful, shitty people, then you like at certain times you got to just be like, all right, I need to figure out what a shitty person looks like, acts like, talks like.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes it's very hard. Like, especially with like trying to figure out if somebody has money or not. Like,
Yeah.
it can be hard because like I've seen customers come in that look like they're just like bums, like they don't do anything, like they're not gonna spend any money, spend grand.
yeah,
But
but
I've seen
you never know. That could be
customer-
just like a cheap rich dude. You know what I mean?
Literally.
Or
And,
like some
like,
guys like dripped out in Gucci, but
dripped
it's his
out in
friend's
Gucci, like fake chains or like really like fancy like businessmen, and they're like, oh, I'm not even gonna buy you a shot.
Damn.
I don't want to get you
Not
a
even a
shot.
shot?
I'm like, it's a $9. I'm asking for the cheap tequila.
Yeah,
like it's
come on,
$9.
give me the well. Then again, you
Like-
get free drinks though. We were talking about that.
Yeah, you get free.
But then I bet it's kind of fun to like get certain shit out of the customers.
Oh my god, Casa Azul.
Oh yeah, let me get the good shit, please. I gave
Yeah,
you,
like,
I
'cause
gave
we
you a
have
good
like
dance.
we have like this thing called dancer drinks. Not every club does this, but Vanity always has, and it's like, so I usually drink Casamigos Reposado because it's my favorite.
I mean,
and
that's the good shit.
it's a $14 shot for customers, but if they want to get me a dancer drink, it's $40, and I make money off of it. Casa Azul for a dancer drink is like $130.
Wait, so is a dancer drink like you're buying a drink and then you're also like tipping them in a way?
Yeah.
Or- Okay.
Yeah, that's what I usually tell customers. I'm like, you can either, just buy me a regular shot and do a dance with me, or you can do the dancer drink, and it's kind of like tipping me on stage.
That's interesting. So it's almost like, do you want to pay a regular price for the drink, or do you want like extra points with me and a drink?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Literally.
interesting.
And a lot of customers, like a lot of people who are regulars will just like, they'll just like buy me, because like with the $40 one, I make probably like 15 to somewhere in between 15 or 20. I don't usually count because I'm lazy, and I just
Yeah.
shove it in my purse.
I mean, at the end of the day, you're probably taking home wads, right? Like,
Sometimes, but a lot of customers will just be like, can I just like buy you a regular drink and just like give you a 20? And I'm like, that is perfect, because then I
Yeah.
don't have to wait for that money to come in.
do they ever
So-
like play around with like actually giving you the extra percentage on top of the drink? Like when somebody gets you a dancer drink and there's like, I don't know, $20 that they technically tipped you by paying extra for the drink. Does the club ever like, act like that never happened, or take their time giving you the money that you're owed for the dancer drink? Like,
You're talking about the club?
is it like easier for you to get a straight up tip, or is it easier, the same
like-
ease for getting a
It's
dancer
easy
drink?
both ways. When it's busy, the bartenders will just like wait till the end of the night and just hand everybody their drink money.
Okay.
But if it's like really slow, and like especially if they pay in cash, they're just like, they'll just hand it to us. But it's nicer just getting a tip, because then I just don't have to deal with it. And
Yeah,
then
no worries.
also like the club's not going to take a percentage of that tip. Anything I get tipped like from like a customer just handing it to me, or on stage, or like, they don't take any of that money.
Okay. So I have a dumb question.
I don't think anything's really dumb. So
So like, the way you get paid, are you getting paid hourly at all?
nope.
Okay, so it's
Nope.
all tips.
Yeah, so basically if like you two came in and like did a dance,
Okay.
what you hand that girl is what they take home that night.
Okay.
Okay.
all right.
Yeah.
So I
Which
just
also means
thought of that.
no health insurance. Like
No bennies.
no fucking like if the
been a
world
good
went to
strip-
shit again, like we don't get like back pay or like unemployment, nothing of that.
Is there any rumors of like like the dream clubs to work at that? I'm sure some of them give benefits because they want to be like really fancy and like have their
guess
strippers
in-
on point or whatever.
I guess in
Maybe?
California, I guess they just changed it within like the last couple years. They somebody was telling me about, obviously I've never danced in California, so I have no fucking clue if this is true or not. But I guess they started paying their girls like hourly wages and stuff.
Okay.
And also we're like still like making more money on top of it. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's true or not, but because I've only been in California once and I was 15 when I went, so.
And so, like, do you?
It's
you've
expensive now though in Cali.
It's so expensive.
California is on fire. It used to be like my dream place to go to, and now like I don't even know if I want to go there. I mean, obviously California is huge. There's plenty of places to go other
If you
than
go
LA,
to
but
California, Northern California is the way to go.
that's what I'm
That's
thinking.
where we went, and like they have like the redwoods forest. They're like bigger than my arm span.
All those, I've seen like
They're
pictures of like
beautiful.
like there's places where you can drive your car
Yeah,
through
through
one of the
it,
trees.
yeah.
They have those up in the redwood forest, but the water there is freezing.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Good
It's like
God.
California still has like good like wilderness and stuff like hiking, but when I think of unfortunately when I think of California, my brain always goes to LA,
LA,
first.
Venice
And LA
Beach.
is shit
Yeah.
from what I hear.
Oh yeah, it's really dirty.
Yeah,
Like
just
you
like
see all the
slums and
TikToks
shit.
and stuff like on all of them, and they're just disgusting.
Yeah, I watched this guy who like rides his bike through it, and just
I would-
at least the bad parts. And
Dude, and the worst thing is like I would always want to be armed like going through LA, but it's harder to get a gun there than it is here.
Yeah, probably taking like going through the airport in California is probably really hard with a gun. Can you even take a gun into an airport?
Okay,
don't think
see,
you can.
there is a
You're
lot of
asking-
things you have to go through.
You're
to
asking
get-
a somewhat stupid person, but I think if
If you
you have me, not you, Marquise. I think if you have the right permits, you might be able to. But then
Yeah.
again, I'm like,
You probably also
think
have
you
to
have
go
to jump
like
through a lot of
psych
hoops.
eval or something. Make sure
Yeah.
you're not like a terrorist.
because like, yeah, there's got to be a way you can like pack a gun because like hunting trips and everything.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, my
it's
second
real difficult.
my second time going on a plane, everything went off and I got searched.
Oh,
And they're
yeah.
like, do you want to do it right here or in the back room?
Yeah, dude, I took this man on his first flight. We went to Tampa, actually, like we were talking about before. And so on the way there, it was just fun, like getting to see him experience it for the first time. And because he also is afraid of heights. But then on the way back,
The plane was nice. It was like
he likes to get high.
Pissing
but
in
he's
a
scared of
bathroom on a
heights.
plane though during turbulence is horrible.
Oh, I hate the bathrooms in planes. It feels like I'm going to fall out.
Literally,
Like,
and it just goes like the toilet just goes,
Yeah, it like
just
sucks it
it's
out.
like,
Did
if
you ever
keep
go?
sitting there,
No, I
I
didn't
feel
go
like
in
it's
the-
gonna suck you through the hole.
Yeah, and
shit,
like
we were on for like 2 hours, right?
yeah, it was like barely because the flight to Tampa is so quick. but-
Yeah.
The flight to California was really fucking long.
Oh yeah, I don't want to ever be on a red eye unless I'm going first class, like where you have to sleep on the plane. Oh my
Oh
god.
my god, it wasn't too bad. There was no kids when I went to California on the
good.
plane,
How long
so
is that flight?
it was more than like 5 hours. But
Oh,
we also
wow.
had to stop in Vegas, and then that was horrendously hot. Oh my god, so many casinos everywhere in that airport.
Oh, yeah,
my
that's
God,
like
it
the
was
My
so
main
bad.
shit.
moved there.
Random little deviation, but have you guys seen the fucking the Sphere in Vegas now?
Oh my god, I saw the TikToks about that. I spent so much money on it for
I know.
why?
I know.
Like,
it
it's so
probably-
pointless.
Money could have gone so many different places, but I think what their idea is like
It's
not
attraction.
only Vegas, but
Yeah.
America probably wants to have like one of those wonders of the world kind of things.
Oh my god.
Because it is crazy.
It is, yeah.
It's not just the screen on the outside, which, by the way, for people who don't know what we're talking about, we'll put a picture. There's like this big sphere in Vegas, and there's like a screen all around it. So theoretically, you could be driving by it, and it just looks like a huge basketball or an
Literally.
eyeball.
Like the graphics are pretty fucking insane.
Oh yeah, especially from far away. Like,
Oh, yeah.
But also on the inside, it's like a
Oh,
It's
ruining the
also-
podcast.
yeah, I'm
that
professional
always
bastard.
fucking happens.
But,
one of us.
That's not me, is it?
It's me.
Okay.
It's one of us.
But yeah,
I
it's like-
shut my shit off.
It's like
So-
an amphitheater
forgot.
on the inside. Like you could go to a concert or
Oh, you
there's-
can go inside of it.
Oh yeah. So there's
Oh
like
my
a whole
God.
stadium on the inside, and the idea is it's supposed to be like a 5D experience. So
Mm.
it'll either be like a movie or a concert, and say
That's
you're watching a
kind of
movie.
cool.
Yeah, and like say you're watching a movie and it's like a space movie and they shoot a rocket off into space.
And it like actually like looks like it's.
Well, not only that, but smoke will come into the room.
Ooh.
They
Yeah,
raise
chairs
the
will
temperature.
vibrate.
That too. It's pretty wild, and they have some of those other places, but none of them as big as this. And
Oh yeah, they had one in like Tennessee for like the Ripley's Museum,
oh yeah, it's
but it was definitely super stupid. Like
yeah. I think I went to one like half-assed one in Canada, and it was like supposed to be like a a 5D experience for riding that barrel down the falls. If you've ever heard about that, and so they like misted you with water. And
Yeah, I had
like,
something like
some
that.
guy like
My mom has a
went to
picture
your
of
ear
her
and was
from
like,
when she's a kid in like that barrel.
They have
Yeah.
one at Myrtle you can go to. It's like a little thing like just like that.
Do you know about that, Marquise? There's a guy who I think actually was a woman. She got into a barrel and rode it down the Niagara Falls.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Wait,
she was
what?
just so
Like an actual barrel?
yeah, just like a
Oh
wooden
hell
barrel.
no. I'm good on that.
How far is that drop?
It's a pretty far drop.
Yeah, it's huge. Like we'll put a picture here. Niagara Falls is wild. Like I've been and it's. If you go there and look and imagine falling off of that in a barrel, you'd shit your pants.
Yeah,
like,
I don't
You
even
think it would
wanna-
break?
like
Once you hit the
she
water?
survived. She did it.
Waterfalls are pretty like
But a
intense
barrel.
with force. Like if you think of like a tsunami, like the wave just like destroy. I actually just watched a video of a tsunami earlier,
Dude,
and
they're
it just
fun.
like
They're fun.
folded this house. This house
Yeah,
was like
dude.
fucking
That's what I'm
done.
saying. Like barrels are wood, aren't they? So
yeah, and
Yeah.
they're really not that structurally intact.
No, definitely not. And a tsunami would take that. Dude, watching the videos of like tsunamis take out like highways and shit and like roads just sink in.
Dude, it's crazy.
Yeah, Mother Nature gets wild.
yeah.
More
But,
reasons not to move to Florida.
Yeah, but that we are. That's the scary thing.
You're
We-
moving to
yeah,
Florida?
but probably in like a year or two, we're gonna be living
Yeah.
in Tampa.
Well, you can have fun with tsunamis and retarded heat. So
Well,
I think we'll have to worry about heat and then what's it called? Not tsunamis. But,
hurricanes. That's what I'm
So we
thinking about.
left the day before hurricane.
We had like we
Ian
were
hit.
leaving.
Oh God, yeah.
I forget what his name was. They named
Ian.
these hurricanes, but it was like I don't know. Cassandra was coming in like a day before we left. So
God.
this weird thing happens. I've been told.
I'll
This
put a
might be
picture up. I have a picture of the pink skies the night before.
That's what I'm
too,
talking
so
about. Yeah. So before a hurricane, apparently the skies get like yellow and pink. Like
Oh wow.
it
So
looks
kinda
like you're
with the
living in a
tornado where they
filter.
kind of get like green.
Yeah, but it's like so much yellow. It like I have my sunglasses on and they have like a yellow tint. I take them off and the shit looks
Still
the same.
yellow.
Yeah.
The day of, we went to a fucking restaurant on the water, and we saw the clouds just like rolling in. It was,
Oh no, I'm good.
Yeah, it was spooky.
I'm so good on that.
You're like eating the steak and then you just look over and it's like impending doom coming
Oh,
towards
hell
you.
no. Oh my God. Well, I went to Florida like now 3 years ago at this point. Can I talk about drugs on here?
Yeah, no, you're
Okay,
fine.
cool.
And if you change your mind about anything, we can
No,
leave
no.
it.
yeah.
No, I'm a very open book, but like I tripped on acid and fucking I'm terrified of the ocean. When there's demons in that bitch,
Dude,
I'm
it's a whole
so
other
good on
world.
that.
Gosh,
It's a
I'm
whole other
so
world.
good on the demons in the ocean, but I'm also terrified of storms. I got locked out when I was a kid during a tornado.
No way.
Yeah, it was absolutely terrifying. And now anytime it rains, I'm like,
Yeah, like a dog.
like, oh my
You're
god,
like,
oh my god. But again, I'm
Piss
in
on
the
the carpet.
ocean. I start like freaking out. I'm going through ego death. I'm like stuck in my head because like I'm in the ocean. I'm terrified. And
And
then
this is while you're on acid?
yes,
Jesus.
in this giant freaking Florida storm just comes barreling through.
No.
And it was also 4th of July, and I don't like loud noises on
No.
acid.
It's like you're living in hell.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
It sounds
so
awful.
now I don't do acid anymore.
Yeah. I had to,
Oh, there you go.
I had to tap
Traumatized.
out from hallucinogens because I told the story a couple times on the show, but I'll do a quick version. Like, there was this one time I had tripped and I was going through this phase of doing it pretty regularly, like every other week.
Oh yeah, that's how I was with Molly and ketamine.
Yeah, like I tripped in New York. It was a blast. It was so fun. I know what
That
you're thinking.
sounds like a
I
terrifying.
know so
time.
many people, and
I know what you're thinking, but it's actually what you're worried about making the trip suck actually makes it better because there's so many people. You could be literally running around naked, screaming, and nobody
And
even.
no,
bats
that's
an
one
eye.
reason I want to move to New York.
It's so fun.
Like because nobody's gonna remember you. Like you could do some
That's
wild
the sad
ass
part
shit.
about New York. What are you talking about?
See, I don't like people, so
That's true. I mean, I guess if you look at it in a positive way, like nobody remembering you in a bad way, like I get what you're saying.
Exactly.
But-
No, I've been in New York. I don't like loud noises. Me on acid in New York, I'd probably like die.
It's okay. So here's the thing.
I'd be huddled like on a corner like a street rat, just like hyperventilating.
It's funny you say that because I tripped, right? And so as the acid's kicking in, I felt that way. And I started getting like sick to my stomach. It's super
yeah.
nervous. And I was like, oh, we're going to get lost. started kind of freaking out. And we're in the Uber on the way to this Supreme store. And I literally had the Uber turn around and go back to the hotel because
God.
I felt sick.
Freaking out.
Yeah, and so I go back in the hotel, and then it's like a room that I'm like, I know about, and I'm comfortable here. So as soon as I got comfortable in the room, I just got comfortable in general. And so I was able to go back out, and then that was one of the best trips I've had. Because, like I said, you can be walking through the street, all these crazy things to look at, like in Times Square, but then people won't bother you. Like, you don't have to worry about looking weird.
That is true. No one's going to talk to you out there.
Yeah.
That's why I can't trip in the daytime. I tripped, and I was with a whole bunch of freaking people I barely knew, so it made it unease at first, and they're like, go get some alcohol. So I was like, all right, whatever, I'll go get some
mix
alcohol.
it up.
You know, with a couple friends that I did know, and so we were just trying to get a fresh, breath of air and stuff, and just be cool. And we're freaking walking up, and we're not in a good area.
Oh, God.
And I see this dude in jail tattoos, like all covered.
You got the teardrops and everything.
Yeah,
freaking
just
out.
like you can tell. And he's carrying this little girl, and I'm telling you, I am tripping balls. And I hear her like in the distance, like whining and stuff. So I start like focusing.
Thinking
and
she's getting kidnapped.
Yes,
Oh
and
my
it
God.
tripped me. But he this is what happened. She was like, I just want to go home, please. Like, I just want to go home. And he's like,
Oh, I would
you're gonna
freak
go
out.
home.
I
I'm
would
so-
freak out sober.
I didn't know what to do because I was tripping balls. So if I did something like asked or did, that would look
You
so
throw like a
stupid,
wild punch. You're like,
not
or
even like
something.
punch or anything, but like, hey, bro, what's going on or something. I would look stupid because I'm fucking tripping.
Yeah.
balls.
And
Like,
you'd
hey,
probably look
bro,
like you're panicking super
yeah,
hard.
and like so.
And imagine it's actually the kid's like father, and then
Yeah.
you just look like a tripping person, being like, "Bro, what are you doing with that
Fucking
kid?"
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Look, are you kidnapping that kid right now?
Yeah, no, but I get you. Like,
It's always good to keep an eye on things like that, though, because unfortunately it happens a lot. Which
yeah.
sucks.
It makes me think of those videos where people will like test people, like a social experiment where
Oh,
they'll get like
yeah.
an actor to like kidnap a kid in front of somebody.
And so
see
many
what they
people
do.
are like,
yeah,
they're like, I don't see
continues on
shit.
with the day, like just like doesn't even care.
Oh, yeah.
But then every now and then they'll get like a superhero who's like, no,
That's not okay.
yeah, no, you don't take the child.
Don't touch that kid. That's
Yeah.
how I am. Like anytime like I'm out in public, especially with just like girls in general, because like the world sucks a lot for us and it's very horrible.
Yeah.
But like I'm always like anytime I'm out, like it doesn't even matter how drunk I am. As soon as I see a girl upset, I'm like, what's happening?
Yeah.
Because like I have a tendency to fist fight men.
I mean, men
brings
have a
me a
tendency
lot
to
of
do some dumb
joy.
shit.
There's a lot of bars like on campus that I'm not allowed to go to anymore because I have fought so many men.
Big fighter in the city.
Like, I don't usually fight women. Now, don't get me wrong. I will smack a bitch. But a lot of men just like I'll be in in the club, like a guy will like smack my ass and like I get over it because like one, it's my job and it's kind of expected in a strip club. But when I'm at a bar, don't
they
fucking touch me.
yeah,
You're so
not
a
in the
guy will
same
come up and
atmosphere.
just like grab my ass and I'll just turn around fucking bop.
oh,
Yeah,
I'm like,
you
they're
don't
like,
get to
why the
feel like
fuck?
that's okay.
Literally, they're like, why the fuck did you do that? I'm like, you touched me, so I touched you. It's an eye for an eye, bitch.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean?
You wanted to touch my ass. I wanted to punch you.
Literally,
That's how
mine
it
just
works, I
hurts
guess.
more and brings me more enjoyment.
Yeah,
So.
you'll get over it. Just
You'll get
like
over it. You'll have a
expect
headache
me
for the
to get
next
over
couple
it.
days because I aim for the temple. I'm like, you're gonna think about it.
That's the way
for
to
next
go.
couple days.
With the temple or the
full
nose.
on like knock someone out though.
Oh, straight up. Actually, the day that I met my ex,
I knocked them out.
no, I did punch him 3 times, like 3 separate times.
yeah.
He deserved it though. He wouldn't listen, but I punched him.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
Yeah, the light was.
Oh no.
But you punched him.
But like, anyway, so like, it was my friend's like birthday.
Oh shit.
And
nice.
she's a very quiet girl, and like that don't mean she won't rise up for me, but like she avoids
I think
confrontation.
the
at,
quiet
like, all
ones
costs.
are really like that though. Like,
See,
quiet
I'm
one's
not
got a
quiet though,
knife.
but like
Yeah.
I'm down for murder. Like if you
Yeah.
give me a reason,
I'll
like
catch a body.
Saw is my favorite
don't
movie
wanna
series
fuck
on the
with them.
planet. So anytime to execute those fantasies, I'm here for
Don't
it.
get me started on Saw. That shit is like, it used to bring me nightmares as a kid.
Oh my god, I watched it as a kid.
Yeah, exactly.
And I loved it.
And but imagine waking up and you're like, oh, I have to cut my leg off. Like, I don't want to do that.
what's that one where she's coming out the TV well or whatever?
Oh, the ring.
The ring.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, that one.
That one's kind of terrifying. But yeah, no, so anyways, like it's her birthday and like we were at a town hall. This was before I like really started fighting people at this bar. And
Before you got your black belt.
yeah. But like everything, it was super great. No men disrespected us. Like we were drunk, we were having fun. And I like went to the bar to get my last shot because I'm a little alcoholic. And
You're at the bar?
so I
Have a
ended
drink.
up like seeing my like now ex, and I was like, oh, you're coming home with me, whatever. Just being a little hoe, but. And so like we walk outside. It's like September. This is like 2 years ago. It's about to be 3 years this September, but. We're just like standing there and like we're talking to people because it's still warm outside and we're just like giggling and having a time. We're taking pictures and this random dude out of nowhere just comes up and he's like, "Fuck you, bitch!" Blah blah blah, like screaming in my face. And I'm looking at him. I'm like,
What are you smoking?
"What is your problem?"
Yeah.
And he was like. I was like, don't start this because you're not going to like how it fucking ends. Like, this is going to be so bad for you.
I'm not the one.
And because it was my friend's birthday, she's quiet. And I was like, I don't want to cause problems until, like, I don't have a lot of family. So, like, my friends are my family.
Yeah.
And my friend Maria comes up to me. He's like, that dude that was just, like, screaming at you, like, got in my face. And I was like, that's when I blacked out. I was like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah,
and
that.
my now ex, I threw my shit at him. I was like, fucking hold my shit. Fucking, I just launched it. And I go up to this dude. I start fucking pushing him. I'm like, what the fuck is your problem? Like, blah. He's like, what are you gonna do about it? I was like, I'm gonna scrape your face across this fucking concrete, bitch. Like, what do you think I'm gonna fucking do about
The
it?
smoke, motherfucker?
And he dead ass, looked at me and went, like, tapped the eye, fucking
Don't dare me, bro.
sideswiped him so hard. And he literally fell in like a spiral.
God
And like
damn.
hit the ground. And like half the crowd outside was like, wow, like get his ass. And the other crowd was like, the other half was like, she's gonna murder this man.
Yeah, like, what are you
I
gonna
was
do
like-
after you get knocked on your ass?
People were
by
literally
it?
like pulling me back. I was like, he's already on the ground. Like, I'm a fair fighter. Like, I'm not gonna like fuck him up more. Like, I already
I
knocked
thought you
him
were about
out.
to say, I might as well finish him off.
No.
Fatality.
I'm a very fair fighter. I don't usually pull hair, and like if you're on the ground, I'm not gonna kick you. I'm not gonna fucking curb stomp you.
Yeah.
Like you're already on
Curb
the
stomping
ground.
is
like,
wild.
Yeah,
by
that
the
is
way. You get the
wild.
teeth on the
God.
curb.
Dude.
It makes my
Just
teeth
like kicking
tingle.
in general. Like you already got them on the ground. Like you already won.
Yeah.
Like,
It's-
just stop.
It's a little
like,
fucked.
I got jumped one time. Oh my god. Do you know?
I know a few, so I'm not sure.
Uh,
I'm gonna just say maybe. I
You
don't
probably do. But fucking, he had a Halloween party like 3 years ago, and I got jumped at it. I was so drunk, though. Listen. I was so drunk. I was walking in like,
I'm noticing a connection between these fight stories.
no, I didn't even start anything. They got me mixed up with a girl. I love her. She's so sweet. She did as much as she could
even
for
getting
me.
mixed up though.
She was mixed, had black hair, was wearing all black. I am a white girl.
Yeah.
I have blonde hair, and I was
Not
wearing
black hair.
all white. And this girl, like, the only reason we know that we got mixed up was because she, like, my friend was talking shit to, like, this dude, and so he sent his, like, sisters after her. But I was with her, so they jumped me instead.
Jesus.
And I was so drunk walking into this party, I was like, fucking this.
Wobbling.
I go pee, and this girl's like, I see this girl outside the bathroom. I was like, I'm so drunk. You can't help me and take my heels off. Like, fucking just fucked up. And she's like, do you want help taking your heels off? I was like, yes, and I really have to pee. And I'm literally pissing on the toilet, and this girl's like taking my shoes off.
Pissing on the toilet or pissing in,
In the toilet.
Okay.
In the toilet. But she's like unwrapping my like really like horrible fucking heels and like helping me take
Heels
them
are
off.
like a puzzle to me.
Oh.
Oh my god.
There was this one time I was down in Short North, and I was just like leaving a bar or something, and I turn a corner and I see this guy screaming at this girl, and they're like fighting and getting each other's face. And this dude looks like
Was it me?
it wasn't you. This time it was not you. But this was fucked up because like this guy was going off on this girl, and just from being there for like 10 seconds, I could already tell that like he was the bad guy in this situation. Like they were just yelling at each other, but he was definitely being an asshole. And then
They typically are.
yeah, and then he just fucking grabs her phone And she's like, no, you don't fucking give me my phone back. And they start screaming about that. And then she tries to grab it, and he slaps her in the face. And then
Hell fucking no. I would have
what I'm
gone
saying.
belligerent.
And then I literally start to walk up to fucking do something, get in the middle of it. Out of nowhere, cops pull up so quick. And they're
Damn.
literally just right there, and they get out the car and they're like, "Stop, freeze!" And then fucking he starts running, like he throws the phone.
Oh,
on the
he
ground and
definitely
just
had
dips
fucking
out.
warrants.
Yeah, bro, he was.
He
gonna
had
go
some
to
shit
jail.
on him.
And he starts running, and then they just chase after him. It was like wild. But
That's
the
insane.
crazy thing about Columbus and Short North is like that shit'll just happen. Like,
It
just
really
all the
does,
time.
and it didn't used to be like this. Like it's only been happening like the last like 3-4 years.
Yeah, no, like we've talked about it on the show. Like it's gotten much worse. Like those little radars that detect gunshots, like the things
the
that look like
Citizens
solar
app, so,
panels.
like-
Everywhere.
Yeah, they're everywhere now because there's gunshots every fucking
Everywhere.
Oh my god, it's crazy. I used to live on the west side, and when I moved there, it was like 2 weeks after I moved in, somebody like a couple houses down got like shot in the head and died.
God damn.
Like my whole fucking like street was blacked off.
Yeah, there was this wild thing that happened. This fucking one night I was like out at this like EDM show, and then I noticed when we were leaving there was just cops everywhere. Like they were all speeding off in one direction. And so later that night I'm looking on Instagram,
Sorry.
and then I see that. Do they ever play One Direction at the club? But I see that
I think I've heard it once just as a joke.
Yeah, I mean, it's got you gotta try it out. But so I see on Instagram there's this girl on live, and she was like talking. She had her camera on like a police car, and it was clearly in Short North. So I clicked on it to see like if she knew what was going on, and she was like, "Oh my god, I just heard that 7 cops." No, it was like 7 people dead, 1 injured, and a police officer killed.
Oh my god.
All in this one shootout. And then she's like, this is fucking crazy because I cannot believe that they're blocking me from going home all because of some stupid shit. And
Oh my fucking god.
I'm low-key thinking, like, I get wanting to go home, but
But,
also
like,
you're...
people are dead.
Yeah, that's exactly
There's
what I was
people
saying.
dying, Kim.
Yeah,
Like-
there's dead people on the ground, decaying corpses, and you're like, I want to go to sleep. Like, it's just... it
You
was-
just take a fucking nap in your car, dude.
Yeah, go
like,
chill out,
Or
Kim.
order an Uber, like walk down the street, order
Yeah.
an Uber. Like there's so many things that you can do.
She was like,
besides
they
fucking
won't let me
complaining.
go home. And I'm like, dude, there's
God.
literally dead
People
people.
dying,
You put it
Kim.
perfectly. Like, there's dead people.
They're
But,
just fucking dying.
Speaking of fights, have you ever seen, like, fights at the club while working? Or have you seen, it's a two-parter, have you also seen, like, anybody get kicked out in a wild way? Like, somebody getting bounced for doing some crazy
That's
shit?
actually like one of my little like things in here is a story about that.
You got it. I'm sorry, but you got it.
Yeah,
Like,
you
look
can-
at this. This is
There's
how you
like
do the
4
podcast.
pages.
Yeah, she coming prepared.
33 things I could possibly talk about. But so,
You counted them, too.
hell yeah. Well, they're numbered.
All right.
I don't count like that.
I do little squigglies or dots, but
But so like, I have punched many of men in the strip club. Like, 'cause
well, give me an example of something you
So-
punched someone for.
there was this like 60-year-old, like probably 50, 60-year-old, like.
60-year-old? Well, let me hear the story
Listen.
first. Yeah, I'll hear the story.
So when I do dances with customers, I tell them, I'm like, you can touch everywhere except for my vagina or my asshole. You touch them, I'll deck you in the fucking face. Like,
Yeah.
I'm warning you.
Don't touch my booty hole.
Don't do it. And well, this wasn't in a dance, but like I tell customers that all the time. I'm like, and most of the time they're like, they'll just sit there like,
Okay, I'm sorry.
they're like, and I'm like, I'll start dancing. I'm like, you can touch, it's okay. Just don't touch those 2 areas. Like,
not
and
to-
they're like,
Not to cut you off, but like that's the thing I've always thought is like I always assumed that you're actually not allowed to touch during a dance.
technically, legally, they're really not supposed to, but like everyone knows that it's honestly up to the dancers. Like I've had a lot of friends in the club where they're like, you can only touch my boobs, or you can only touch like my thighs and my butt cheeks, or like me, I just personally don't care. Just don't touch those 2 areas because I'll fuck you
Gotcha.
up.
I mean, those are 2 areas that are very fair.
those
to
are
leave off
actually
limits.
very legal.
Yeah.
Illegal.
Yeah.
Legal.
Legal.
And we actually get a lot of customers like they're like, what else can I get? And I'm like, go to fucking Europe.
Yeah,
Go to a fucking
seriously.
brothel because that's not me.
Not to mention, I feel like if you can get anything else, it'll be said to you. You know what I mean? Like,
literally.
I'll tell my story later, but yeah. Anyway,
But
go
anyway,
on.
so like there was like I was at the bar and there's like this one table across from the bar. And I was just like talking with my friends and this like 50, 60-year-old like Mexican dude is like just waving money at me. And the only reason I say that is because like he couldn't fucking speak English, so I didn't
Yeah.
understand him. But he's just like
It was just,
waving money
rudely,
at
like,
me.
money.
And I was
money,
like, okay, you
money.
know, I'll go over, give a little ass shake, and then like get tipped or whatever. This motherfucker, oh my God, grabs in between like my butt cheeks.
Hell no.
And grabs my underwear and yanks them down. I turned around so fucking
No.
quick, hit him so hard. He is like, it's a high top chair. And I hit him so fucking hard, he fell out of the chair. And this dude's just like speaking English, like not English, Spanish. He's like,
Oh my God.
like, I just looked at him. I was like, you're a fucking bitch. Fuck you.
There's like cockroaches in these places. It's insane. That shit makes me so uncomfortable.
And like,
Literally.
this
Wait,
is
was that
gonna-
the 60-year-old Mexican dude?
Yeah.
Okay.
And like this is gonna sound so bad, but there's customer stereotypes, and they actually like really fit.
I mean,
fit them.
I
And
believe it.
it's gonna sound so bad me saying this, and I swear to God, I'm not this type of person.
I mean, if it's the truth,
but it's the
truth.
fucking truth. It's Mexicans and Indians.
Don't tip or don't.
They don't spend money, and if they do, they're like with their dick out. They're like, "Can I fuck? Can I fuck? Can I fuck?"
they're,
I'm
like,
like,
way too
"No."
far
I'm
or
like, "This
no
is fucking
spending.
gross." Or they're like too touchy, trying to like touch my butthole and shit. I'm like, and like I'll tell them like there was this one time. Oh my God, I think he definitely wasn't white, but he was like didn't speak really like he spoke some English, but like also everybody knows what no means.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
It is a universal word.
That's a perfect quote.
And he was
Everybody
like,
knows what no means.
he like was trying to like get close to my hoo ha, and I was like, dude, I'm gonna fucking punch you, like
Yeah.
knock it the fuck
Not
off.
today.
And he was like, and it finally he ended up touching it. I was like, get the fuck out. Like, I'm taking this money. Thank you. Your song is fucking over. I'm done. He was like, no, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was like, no,
too late.
now you fucking understand. I was like, fuck you.
Yeah.
But
Playing
with-
dumb before, and now that you fucking getting kicked out, you're gonna.
God,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
so annoying. I took his money though. We were like
Yeah, at
30
least you got it,
seconds
though.
into the song.
Yeah, you got
Like,
to.
it
I mean,
was-
You deserve it, honestly. Fucking-
Literally.
there was this one time I was in Tampa and I went to this club and I'm trying to think. Okay, so first we went to this one club because we had to go to a couple different ones to see like which one was the right vibe.
Yeah.
And we went to this one and I'm like sitting at the bar, kind of still trying to get comfortable. I was low-key like sick on this trip, so I was like trying to get over that.
Hungover sick or just
No, like sick. Like I had a fever.
Oh,
And
God.
so I wasn't trying
and
to
you're
be like
out in fucking
that's the
Tampa.
thing. I
Oh
wasn't
my
trying
God.
to get people sick, so I was just sitting at the bar, and this girl comes up to me, and
Didn't
she
wear
didn't
a
speak.
mask either.
She didn't. I knew it wasn't COVID. That's the only thing. I had tested
I'm just
myself
busting your
multiple
balls.
times. I feel you. But so I'm sitting there, and this girl comes up, and first of all, she's like 4 feet. Like she was so short and didn't speak much English.
Oh my God, I'm 6'1" on my heels.
And I'm trying to like, I'm just trying to get comfortable because like, you know, already uncomfortable, being sick, and not feeling
Yeah.
good. And then also just, I've been to strip clubs like 3 or 4 times. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm just sitting there having a drink, and she comes up to me, and she pretty much just outright is like, "You want to go back and suck dick?" And I was like, "No, I'm good."
No,
thank you."
please don't do that.
So I was like, this is kind of leading into a question I had. Like, what is the best way to like decline a dance or something like that? Like, the most.
So anytime you go into a strip club, don't just spend no money. Either
no,
buy a girl
of
a
course.
drink or a tip on stage, or else we are going to talk shit about
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
Like it's just like that's gonna
I'm not
happen.
saying, like, how do you go in and
I
spend
will
no
like
money? I just
customers
mean, like,
that
how do
don't
people?
spend a single dollar on the dancers. Like I will crop dust them. Like I will walk by, just rip fucking ass and just crop dust them.
I'm so
like,
dead.
fuck you. You deserve pink eye. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Well,
like
fucking give 'em a free
I
dance
tell
and then do it
dancers
that
like
way.
I tell dancers that, and they're like, "You fart in here?" I'm like, everyone fucking farts.
You
Like
fart?
I'd rather at least fart and like just know that he's probably gonna get pink
Yeah,
eye.
get
like,
something out of it.
like literally.
Your defense.
But if you don't want any dances, but if you're like tipping on stage or buying girls drinks,
Just like
and you
saying
just
no
don't
to a
wanna
single
do, like, a
dance,
single
assuming
dance,
that I'll
just
be
being
throwing
like-
money later or
just
getting
tell
a
them
dance
like,
later.
just like tell them honestly, like, hey, like I don't want to dance right now. Like, go up on stage, like I'll throw you some ones, or like I'll tip you. Like if you want a drink, I'll buy you one. I might want to dance later.
Okay,
Just be
Yeah.
completely
That's pretty
honest
much
with
what I
them.
did,
Other
but
options.
I
Yeah.
just I never know like what
We
the best
prefer
way.
honesty. Like customers will be like, they'll be like, I'm really sorry, like you're just not my type. And I'm like, baby, listen. I'm
Yeah.
like, listen, you're not wasting my time. I love the honesty. What's your fucking type? I'll point out like 10
Yeah,
bitches.
I
like,
got you.
what is your type? Like, thank you for being honest with me and letting me know. Like,
Yeah.
who do you want? Point them
No,
out. I
that's-
will go bring them over to you.
That's understandable. I get it. So
Some people get upset about that, like dancers, and I'm like, why are you gonna sit there and waste your time? Like, at least they're telling you, like, honestly, like upfront,
Yeah.
like you're not my type, and like,
Yeah,
then
I
now
mean,
you can go
everybody
try and
likes
find.
different stuff.
Yeah,
and-
exactly. I'm like, some guys like we have a couple regulars that like black girls. They're like, I like skinny petite black girls, or like they're like I like big booty white bitches type
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
And then later that night, I was like, I went to a different club, and I'm like sitting throwing money and shit. And then I look over, and there is the scariest looking man. I had just watched the Dahmer show, where they talk about
Jeffrey Dahmer show?
Yeah, so I watched
I feel
that.
so bad for Evan Peters.
Oh yeah, he's getting
that.
so
Ugh.
much shit he doesn't deserve. He's just an
Really.
actor. But anyway, so I'm like already freaked out of serial killers,
Yeah.
and so I'm like looking
Careful,
at
I
this
might
guy.
be one.
He looks so crazy because he's literally just like no smile, no emotion, just staring at this dancer, throwing money, just no fucking emotion. And then
God.
at one point, this girl gets in front of him, and he just starts. He does the move where and I don't know if this is frowned upon, but I assume it is. This girl's dancing on stage, and then he has a wad of money, and then he just slaps it on her ass and then rubs it down, which is like, I'm pretty sure this was one of those clubs where like you're not supposed to touch the girls like dancing on stage. So he was trying to get like around that by
Yeah.
like being like, no, I'm just
I'm just
throwing
tipping.
money. Yeah, it's like, no, you're just
One of the
literally
biggest
slapping her
fights I've
ass.
ever seen in the strip club deals with somebody slapping a girl with money.
Oh my god, yeah. So what happened there?
Yeah.
So it was at Columbus Gold. That's actually the club I broke my collarbone.
God damn, I don't know what to ask
I got
about.
this like giant ass scar right here.
Jesus.
Knocked myself out and everything.
Where do we start? The slapping money or the collarbone? How do you?
The
I gotta know.
collarbone
How do you
one is
break
just
your
a little
collarbone there?
pole dancing? I was upside down,
Okay.
fell, snapped
guess-
in half, knocked myself out. I was literally on stage like for 2 minutes, like
Jeez.
Is it scary though? Like trying to like upside down at least. Like
you get used to it.
Okay.
Yeah, you get used to it. It's scary at first. Like the first time I ever went upside down when I was like 18, like I was like, I'm so scared. But I thankfully have a lot of leg strength. I have little noodle arms, but I got a lot of leg strength. So like once I did it, and I was like, oh shit, this is fucking easy.
Well, I've always wondered, like, not to cut you off, but like, when you're
Such an asshole.
When I see girls like pole dancing and like sliding down with their legs, I'm like, doesn't that burn or like
It
hurt?
burns when you first start doing it.
Okay.
Like eventually, like everything, like right here in between like your legs, just goes numb. Like
Okay.
you'll sometimes still get bruises, but like you just don't feel pain in there
Pretty much
anymore.
you just get used to it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Also like spinning, like you go on a tire swing, you're like,
Yeah.
you
Like,
get
disoriented.
dizzy,
I always think of like the slides at like a playground, like
Oh,
how
yeah.
that shit burns.
oh yeah, that shit does.
yeah,
But-
keep doing it for a couple months every day, and you'll get
Yeah.
used to it.
Go to the playground enough, then you'll get.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Prepare yourself.
You might get arrested, but
Is there like a certain like super hard like dance move or fucking signature dance that's like everybody
definitely
tries
like
to learn? Or?
the Superman can be kind of really hard because like you're like belly down to the ground with like the legs in between your pole, and you're holding this. Like I can't do it because like I tore both my shoulders in high school, so I can't bend my shoulders
You're torn
backwards.
up.
Yeah.
I have broken a lot of bones. It's
collarbone
super
sounds
bad. But oh god, it was the worst. Oh fucking god.
Yeah.
The oxycodons they gave me, couldn't poop for so long.
Oh,
Made me so constipated, and they also like made me hyper focus on the Minecraft.
Oh damn. I mean, you can have a good
Like,
time.
Also
on
couldn't
Minecraft.
like wash my hair because my like hair like reaches like my butt crack. So like it's really long, it's thick, it's
Oh, yeah,
heavy.
'cause you
Could
can't,
not.
like, reach it and
And I
shit.
only had one arm, so I'm like trying like
Ah.
my friend actually came over one day, and he just like comes over and like rolls a blunt and smokes and just talks to me. But I was like, it was like a week of me not showering because like I couldn't like wash my hair. And I looked at Phil. I was like, Phil, I know you're really high right now, but like,
Can you wash
my hair, please? I was like, it's so dirty. Like I need to wash it so
begging
bad.
you. Did you do it?
Oh yeah. Yeah. He was like, yeah, just do everything and then bend over the bathtub. And I was like, I have a broken collarbone. You think I could bend over the bathtub, dude?
Move, sir.
My floor was soaked because like I wrapped myself in like the shower curtain and I just like stuck my head out the like shower. He did a pretty shitty job, but like it was clean.
He was probably thrown on spot and he's high as fuck.
He was so fried.
So anyway, the slapping money. What happened there?
Oh my gosh. So yeah, it was at Columbus Gold. Fuck Columbus Gold. And I didn't even care. Fuck that place. But I have so many stories with that place. But it's like, it was so bad. Like, there's this, like, group of, like, 20 to, like, 30 guys that come in at the same time. They're being, like, a menace. Not super bad, just being super loud, drunk, obnoxious. And then this guy takes, like, a stack of money and, like, slaps a girl in the face with it. And she was like, fuck you, don't slap me.
Yeah, fuck
I don't
that.
care if you're slapping me with, like, 10 stacks of Benjis. Like, don't fucking hit me.
Yeah.
And it
And
ensued.
of all places, the fucking face. Like, that's so.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? And this whole thing ensued. I thought that woman was naked.
Dude, every now and
God.
then we'll be doing this podcast and I'll look out and see some weird people walk
She
by
was like,
and it throws
she's
me all
wearing
off.
like all like neutral like skin
Yeah.
colors. I was like, is she
Just
naked?
matching the skin. Yeah, she's got the
But-
skins on.
But so basically, like this whole thing ensued. They get pissed off because they're like, you don't talk to me like that. I'm just being a little alpha male, just douchebags. And so fucking like out of nowhere, they just start taking like the bar chairs, throwing them into the bar. They're bringing random customers in the club like into this fight. They're taking like our floor chairs, throwing them into people. Jeez. One dude actually gets on the bar and is like smashing bottles and like hitting people with bottles.
Sounds like a movie.
Yeah, this is a
Oh
whole
my God.
fucking
And
club
it
fight.
didn't stop there. Like they eventually had moved up to the front and then one of our bartenders there was like ran up and started talking shit. And so there was this one girl, because all the money just went on the ground.
Yeah.
And this one girl starts picking it up and I see this like
A dancer or just a
a dancer.
Okay.
And I see like this crowd just like come back because the bartender was talking shit and that ran. And so they ran after her. And so I see this crowd coming by and this girl's just picking up money. And I go to run up and get her because I'm like, bitch, you're about to get fucking trampled. I'm like, you need to move. And
She's like,
as
"Put the
soon as
bag,
like
it's
she's
on the
like,
floor."
I need the money. I was like, no money is worth getting trampled, bitch. Like if you get trampled, you're not gonna be able to work. Like and as soon as that fight comes back over, they start spraying mace.
Oh,
Jesus.
And I finally pick her up.
Security or who?
Yeah, security. I had mace burns all the way down my arm. I had ingested so much mace.
It can burn your skin? I
It
didn't know
burned
that.
my skin.
That's wild.
And I had ingested so much mace that I was like outside throwing up. And I had so much liquor in my stomach too. Oh God, it was horrible.
Mace and liquor, that's not a
the
good
burning
combo.
of the mace in my throat plus the tequila I was throwing up. Oh God, it was awful. It was so bad. But literally, so like ever since then, like that happened like 2 years ago now. Well, 2.5 years ago. And every time like somebody drops a glass in the club, because it happens.
You like wince,
And
like you're like.
I'm like, fuck, what's happening?
Do they not keep like guns there for like? Oh wow. So how many different clubs have you worked at?
I've worked at Vanity's the first club I ever started at because like I'm 22, but like my club age is like 25 because I've worked there since I was 18. So I told customers I was 21,
I was
and
a
I
little
know
curious.
too
Is that
many.
just what you tell people, or is that like your experience as a dancer, or is
No,
that
it's
just
just like it's like because I've worked there for so long, I know so many of the regulars,
okay?
and so it's just kind of like the age has just gone.
No, I feel you.
If any of my customers are listening, I'm so sorry I lied to you, but suck a dick. So.
I doubt your customers are gonna find this unless you promote it at the club. Be like, hey, if you want to get to know me,
Just listen to the stories I have
yeah.
now.
Hey,
But what was the question? I forgot it.
How many clubs have you worked
Oh
at?
yeah, so
how many?
Vanity is the first club I started at, and then I've worked at Columbus Gold, Cheeks in Dayton, Cheetahs in Dayton, Bucks Platinum. There's a lot of them I refuse to work at.
Why?
Because private dancers, absolutely fucking disgusting. We call it private dumpster for a reason.
Okay.
That's the one where
I was gonna say, what are like the worst
fired
ones?
for not sucking the manager's dick.
Oh,
So how does that
yeah.
process work though? Can you hop to club, or do you just
yeah.
go experience? Okay.
Oh yeah,
Are
we're
they, like,
independent
owned by a lot of
contractors.
same people, or they just know
Everyone
each other?
usually thinks that Vanity and Columbus Gold are owned by the same people because they're literally right next to each other.
Yeah.
Like, people would be like, you have a strip club right next there. I'm like, don't fucking go there. Don't give them your money.
Yeah.
But they were like, are they owned by the same people? I'm like, no, they're not. But, you know, most of them are just absolutely garbage. Like, Sirens isn't open anymore. They keep saying they're going to open
I
up.
remember
but-
Sirens. Yeah,
I remember that
there. But I've literally like been at the McDonald's across the street,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then a guy will stumble out of there, and he like walked up to my car in the drive-through,
God.
and he was like, "You got any cheeseburgers?" I
Oh
was
my
like,
fucking
"Nah,
God.
dude,
Bro
chill."
was drunk.
Yeah, he was
remember hearing about that
wobbling,
place
bro.
all the time.
But, you know, like, Cahoots had shut down. So, in Columbus, I think we still have... I have to burp.
Feel free, bro. Do it in the mic. Fuck it. But
Belgians, but you
so
know,
like, which one would you recommend the most? I mean, I know you work at the one, so maybe
Vanity.
you would probably
100%.
just recommend
Vanity
the one you're
is
at.
it's not just because like I worked there for so long. It's because it's genuinely the best club we have here in Columbus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
What makes it so good? Just out
the
of
management
curiosity.
and like also like our bouncers. Like I have this one bouncer. His name is Jason. He used to be an MMA fighter. There's two men in my life I will not fight, and that's my stepdad and Jason. Because if
Just
Jason
those two
hits
men.
me, I'm knocked out on the street for a week. Like I'm
My
asleep.
bad. Jason's the MMA dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's such like a little girl's girl. Like he's always like, if I go up to him and I'm like, this dude was just like being super mean to me, Jason will go fucking kick him out. He's like,
Nice, but
fuck
tough when
that.
it needs to be.
Literally. But he's so sweet. And like, if you want an intellectual conversation, he's the one to go to.
If you want to go to the club and have an intellectual conversation,
Yeah.
hit
Like-
up
Jason.
I've tried having intellectual conversations with him, but I sit there, I'm like, I have no idea what the fuck you just said.
Yeah.
But like our
You're on
bouncers
another
are
level
good.
right now, bro.
Our managers are somewhat decent.
Okay.
Like I was telling you, like my one manager sent me home because I wasn't wearing makeup. So
Which I was like, it's kind of fucked, but I mean, I
I've
suppose I understand.
I've heard
just
that
because-
happening at just like a restaurant like Buka.
I feel like anywhere other than a
the
club,
wait-
that's fucked up, right?
the waitress wasn't wearing makeup, and they were like, "You look sick today. I'd rather you just go home."
yeah, that's why like when I'm in the club, like I do like I'm cute, but like I'm not Megan Fox cute when I don't have makeup on. And like people I haven't seen in a while, and like they see me without makeup, they're like, "Are you okay?"
That's fucked.
I'm like, I just don't have makeup on. I'm like, what? Because with makeup, like you know, you cover the bags and like
Oh yeah.
you add
got
color
hella
to your
bags.
face.
I feel like there's certain questions you should just like never ask. Like,
No,
like you should never be
literally.
like, "Are you pregnant?
No,
Are you
literally.
sick? Are you like?"
Do you have makeup on?
Yeah,
Like-
it's never. You're never gonna get a
Are
good
you like
outcome.
really tired, or you just don't have makeup on?
Yeah, I had this one dude, like I was doing like a speech kind of thing, and it was like at a pop-up shop, and I'm talking, and like right after I finished, I forget how it happened, but he pretty much was like, "You look real tired," and I was like, "I am tired," and he's like, "No, like really, like you're tired. You need to go home and sleep."
It's
or-"
like
I
no
was like,
shit.
Fuck you, dude. I'm tired. I'm working my ass off.
Yeah.
No, literally.
But
Do you have any like female regulars?
oh, that's a good question.
Not really. We do have a lot of females that come into the club.
Okay.
This actually goes into one point that I have wrote down.
Do they just come by, like, is it ever like them by themselves or with other
Yeah.
girls, or is it always like
Like
they're
a
going with
couple?
a guy or something?
Sometimes like it's kind of all of it. You see less women in the strip club, obviously, because it's a strip club. But like sometimes we'll have like lesbian couples come in, or like my favorite couple to dance with is like an older couple like in their 50s.
Oh, that's
The
fun.
first like couples dance I ever did, she was like decked out like all in leather, and like obviously when I sit down with a guy and a woman that are together, like I pay more attention to the woman because bitches be insecure. as
Yeah,
fuck.
you want to
And-
get the vibe off
Yeah.
or something.
And you're here to just make the money, not.
She was like, well, let's go do a dance. And I was like, okay. And so I go back there and I'm like, so like, I'm going to start with you, like pointing to the woman. And she's like, oh, baby, start with ever who you want. As long as I get you at some point, I don't give a fuck. I was like, I fucking love you. And typically older couples are like that.
Yeah.
Because they're like,
They're mature.
They're done, been married for so long. They're just trying new things out. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
they know what it is.
but the younger couples, oh God,
Yeah,
so many of them piss me the fuck
It's
off.
dangerous because
Like-
they're not secure in their relationship. They think like you're gonna like steal their man or
Like,
something.
honey, I don't want your man.
Yeah.
I just want the money in his wallet.
Yeah.
Like,
But then again,
I want him to
there's a
pay my
chance
Wi-Fi
that
bill.
she wants the money in his wallet.
Yeah, that's
Like,
the thing. Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's
Like,
just
shit.
like my friend actually the other day, I forget which friend it was, but she was like, there was a couple and she started talking to the dude, and this bitch just comes up. She's like, almost like tries to rip her out of the chair, and it's like, why the fuck are you talking to my man? Like, what the
hell
fuck
no.
is your problem? And she's like,
Your man's in a strip club.
Yeah, why are you in the strip club with your man?
what the fuck? And I remember which friend it was. Yeah, she definitely fought back. But she like was like wanting to fight my friend, and like the dude stands up and is like, you're not gonna fucking hit her, like tries to fight her, and I'm like sitting there like, because I wasn't there, and she like tried looking for me because she knows I'm ready to whoop any man's ass. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I will whoop the bitch and you, like, fuck you. And she was like, I was
Real
looking
quick,
for you.
did that confidence come like did you already have that before going to these clubs and working there, or did you develop that like as you were
I
working?
definitely had it, just not as much. Like, it really like took them like a lot to really get me to that point.
Okay.
But definitely working there, I just have no fucking tolerance for bullshit with men.
Yeah,
Like,
which is totally
if
fair.
you're gonna be a
Like,
piece of shit, I'm gonna be a piece of shit 10 times back.
Because I'm wondering, like, was there a time when you were first starting that it was kind of like nerve wracking, or like were you ever like nervous, like going to work, like?
I wasn't
You
necessarily
seem like you're pretty
nervous.
badass, so I feel like
you just
I'm a little bit of a badass, but like I wasn't really nervous like working when I first started because like I was in color guard in high school, so like I was used to performing in front of like thousands of people.
okay.
Ended up doing some fucked up shit on the 50-yard line. That was traumatizing. Cried a lot, but
Should we dive deeper into that?
no, that's like that's high school. That's just like that's over with.
Yeah,
but
fuck high school.
like I remember the manager that hired me at Vanity. Oh, she was so sweet. But she was like hired me and my friend at the same time, and she was like looking at my friend and then looked at me and she was like, "Oh, you don't have any like stage fright?" And I was like, "No, like I performed in front of like thousands of people like every single year, multiple times like throughout the year."
Yeah.
But my friend was like, "She definitely had stage fright." I was like, "Baby, you just gotta not give a fuck."
Yeah, because I mean, I
Like-
bet some people go and try and like work there, and then they realize like they're just not cut out for it.
It's
Like,
really, it's
gotta have the
not for
confidence.
everybody.
Yeah.
Like, you need the confidence. Well, like, you just need a little bit of confidence. The confidence will come with the job. Like,
Yeah.
but, like, it's not for everybody. You have to have a backbone. You cannot just let these customers run all over you.
yeah,
Because then
you'll
they're
just
going
get
to run
taken
all over
advantage
you.
of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
it's not safe to be not confident with yourself in a place like that. And what's the weirdest request that you've ever gotten? Because I've talked to a couple of my other friends, and like I have this friend that works at a different club, and they were talking about some shit that like they've said that like some guy asked them to pee in their shot glass. And,
Oh,
like,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just yeah, that happens all the time.
that happens all the time.
We used to, at Columbus Gold, there used to be this customer, like, and he would pee himself during the dances.
Would he give you a
while
heads
you're
up?
dancing?
No, he wouldn't tell you. He would just piss himself during the dance.
Oh my!
Isn't that a good way to like get like kicked out? For
Oh yeah,
good?
if you
Okay.
piss in the club, like fuck you, like
Yeah,
that's
no,
gross.
that's-
Now we
that's
have to
too-
shut this room down.
Yeah, that's too much.
But so basically, like I've had every type of request you could ever think of. Like we get a lot of foot fetish people come in. Those are my
Okay.
favorite. Oh my gosh, I
I mean,
love
that's easy
them.
money, ain't it?
Because like my feet hurt. I wear 8-inch heels every night.
They'll just like massage the
And
fuck out.
yeah, they'll just get rooms or just like they'll sit there and tip me while they massage my feet. I'm like, please.
That's a win-win.
Rub my feet.
Yeah.
They hurt. But I've had like recently one of our regulars the other night. He usually doesn't do dances. He just buys girls like hella drinks.
Okay.
But he was so drunk. He was like, "Do you want to do a dance?" And I was like, "Well," I was like, "This is different." And we like go back there and he's just like massaging my calves like the whole time. Like my calves hurt the most out of like any part of my leg. And he's just massaging my calves and like he's like deep in there. I almost cried. It was so painful, but like it felt good. But then out of nowhere, he's just like, "Do you want to peg a man?"
Oh,
And I was
God.
like, Yes.
Really?
Like, let me shove a dildo in your asshole.
Are you being serious though? Like,
Yes.
would you actually do that?
Yes. I want to peg a man so bad. No lube, dry as fuck.
That'd be funny.
Cause you pain. I'm
Have
also,
you wait? So if that's been requested, have you accomplished that goal of yours yet? So
No.
For those listening, if you ever want to get pegged, just hit up the club she works at, and then you can get your.
Oh, you'll definitely find someone in there.
That's wild, dude. Have you ever had somebody like ask to be farted on?
Yeah. Actually, yeah. When I first started dancing, this guy was like, I think he was I don't know if he was Arabic or something, but he was from the Middle East, and he had a wife and everything. He was trying to like make me his second wife so hard. He was like, "Baby, listen, like I own my own company. Like I'll take so much good care of you. Like you and my wife will be friends." I'm like, at the time I was 18, but like obviously I told him I was 21. I was like, I'm a child still.
Yeah.
Like I'm in the teens still. Like what do
I
you
don't need a husband.
and, no, literally. But he was like, he ended up doing like a lot of like champagne rooms with me. And I'm like standing on the couch, like he's sitting down. I'm standing on the couch, like I'm shaking my ass in his face. He literally grabs me, is like smelling my butthole. And he was like, "Your butthole smells nice." And I was like, "Well, thank God I just didn't take a shit 30 minutes ago." Like,
Bro.
I was like, "What the fuck?" And then I was like, "Don't smell my butthole." And this is definitely when I was like a little bit more nervous about sticking
How do they
up for
have the
myself.
balls to say shit like that? Like I
Yeah.
never understand that.
Why do you want to sniff my asshole? I
Yeah.
shit out of there.
Feel his nose like poking you and shit.
Literally,
Oh my
I was like,
God.
"What the fuck are you doing?" And he like continued to try to sniff my butthole. I was like, "I'm cutting this off." I was like,
Yeah.
"I'm done. Like, you're not gonna sniff my asshole."
No more. Has
was
anybody
like-
like asked for like a strand of your hair or something? I'm just going through weird
I've had
requests.
like last night, one of my friends' regulars came in, and he gives her like mainly all his money, but like he was giving her hundreds and giving me 20s.
Okay.
Which I was totally cool with. It was super fucking dead.
20s are still better than
No,
ones.
literally. But he was buying me like hella drinks, and then like I actually ended up borrowing a pair of her underwear last night because I forgot mine because I'm not the smartest being. But they were like Victoria's Secret, and I don't know how it got brought up, but he bought the underwear off of me.
I'm not too surprised by that because I've
Yeah.
heard about stuff like that.
Like, you have, like,
selling
I've
the
had
bath water and shit.
But like I've had customers like buy my socks, like buy shoes off of me, like dirty shoes, and like
That's
the
wild.
panties, like outfits and shit to like
I would think
sniff.
if somebody was gonna buy your shoes, they would probably just want to skip the middleman and go straight to socks. You know what I mean? Like the a person buying your shoes is probably a foot guy. So I
yeah.
would think that they would probably just be like, "Fuck
They
the
just
shoes."
like
I'll take-"
sometimes have very specific like fetishes.
Yeah, I suppose.
But like being like a dancer, obviously like I'm in like the OnlyFans scene, like I'm in like that just like online content.
I was
type
gonna ask
thing.
about that too. How has like
And-
OnlyFans affected the stripping career?
Like it actually kind of like pushed me forward on it. I suck at it. Oh god, I suck at doing it. Cause like
You have to
when I
push
get
yourself
home
to do
from
it and
work,
everything.
yeah, like when I get home from work, the last thing I want to do is like take pictures and videos of myself. I'm like, I'm fucking tired, and then I won't post for like 2 months.
Do you ever like get it done while you're there? Maybe.
I get like certain pictures taken, not pussy out or anything like that,
Yeah.
but like I'll like take like cute little pictures, just like maybe like a couple.
If you want to promote your OnlyFans, feel free. I mean, like we do it. There's people that watch if you want any custies, but
He's trying to get your.
I have it. You can just ask for
like
it.
when we
I
when
have
we do
enough
the
people from my high school that subscribe to it. So.
oh Jesus,
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
awkward.
that's the thing though. Is like in all seriousness, we'll have like rappers on. So like when they're on, they promote their fucking Instagram or their music, and then so. When we have anyone on, I try to give them an opportunity to promote something. So I was like, I mean, that might actually be a good idea. But
But he's
my
like
link
promoting
tree.
OnlyFans.
I mean, it's a source of income.
in my link tree on my Instagram, so
Yeah. So
y'all can just find that later.
if you want, but like I said, in all seriousness, if you want like the Instagram and in the description of the video or anything, just let me know.
Shit, you can post it, but I'm not too worried about that.
Okay. Just
Yeah.
I was just because like I said, I like to help people out as much as I can. But
Yeah. But yeah, no, like I've had like online customers like want to buy like bottles of like my piss and like my spit and shit.
that's wild.
And like I had one guy ask for like me to shit in a cup and send it to him.
That's nuts.
And I'm just like sitting here, I'm like, I actually like I sent the bottle of piss to this one dude.
I was gonna say,
but like
have you
I could
done any
not
of
do the
these?
spit because trying to fill up like a bottle of my spit,
That's a lot of.
That's a
it's
lot.
making me throw up
Yeah.
thinking about it.
Okay.
Even shit
And
though.
the spit
Men-
goes stale and shit.
Men are fucking weird.
Yeah, I mean certain ones. I've heard a rumor that like a foot fetish can sometimes come from like, because they say that like your sexual tendencies come at like an early age. So they say that like sometimes it's from when you were young, and like as weird as it sounds, like comes from being like a young child at the foot level of your mom, and like seeing her feet. I guess like that's what I've heard is that
know.
sometimes it's like because your brain's weird. It links certain things with other weird things.
I had a friend in high school who had a foot fetish, and he actually like explained it to me. It was like a neurological thing, like
Okay.
I guess like
Could you
for
take a shot at
short
explaining it?
terms being like basically like wires crossed, like
Okay.
like some shit was just like fucked up, like wires just went different ways or something like
Yeah.
that.
So have you ever been working on Christmas?
No.
Okay. Do you know anybody that does that?
Oh yeah,
Like, I can't.
a lot of
that's
girls do that.
Probably an interesting.
I just
vibe.
like if I didn't show up to Christmas, my mom would probably murder me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So I gotta ask, when you did start working at the clubs, like, did you get a bad or good reaction from friends and family, or did they take that well? Or
my adoptive father's side of the family, well, they've already hated me because I'm just like my mom. So
I hope they don't actually hate you. I'm
no,
sure
no,
they love
definitely hate me. They like my
'em
sister,
then.
but oh no, fuck them. But they were not very happy when they found out. My mom, like, I didn't tell her for like a month or
I
two.
was gonna say, did you try?
But
to
like
hide
I
it,
told
or?
her, she was like, she was like, "What are you doing now?" I was like, "Oh, I'm stripping." She was like, "Okay." She was like, "Oh." Like my Oma, like Oma's grandma in German, but she doesn't.
You said
like,
Elmo for a second.
no,
too.
not Oma.
My
Oma.
Elmo doll doesn't like it, but
But my Oma, like, she doesn't like it, but like she also doesn't like my tattoos and all my piercings. But every time I get a new piercing or something, I show her. She's like, "I wish you wouldn't do that, but I still love you." So
did
like,
she
even
eventually
though,
come around to certain tattoos or anything, or is
oh
it
no, like she's like tattoos, like they're the piercings, but she's like, "I still love you and you're still beautiful." So
I mean, it's good that
she's
she does
supportive.
that,
She
but
doesn't like it, but like she's very supportive about what I do.
I'm so eager for people to like come around and stop
But
being
she
weird about
also
tattoos
talks shit
and
about men, so
Yeah.
she's like, "Take their fucking money," and I'm
Yeah,
like, "Period."
you can come together on that.
Yeah.
What's the busiest day of the year for a dancer?
It really depends, honestly, because like usually the summertime is like pretty busy for us, and
Okay.
tax season. Oh my god, tax season is
Oh
usually
yeah,
busy
I bet those stimulus checks. Well, were the
Well.
clubs were closed or
when everyone was getting their stimulus checks.
that's
but
fucked up. I wonder if they saved the stimmies for the strip
I have
club.
no idea. But like tax season is usually the busiest. But like this year's just been like really kind of fucked up, honestly. Like
Yeah,
with
the
all the
world's
like
on fire.
inflation and just like all the shit that's going on. Like last year, the tax season in the summertime, oh my god, I was making good. It wasn't as good as before COVID, but like I was making fire money. Like
What's the most money you've made? Like in a
in
day?
one night,
Yeah,
probably close to like $4,000.
Holy shit.
that's
Before
wild.
COVID,
That's a fucking like week or 2 weeks paycheck for some.
oh yeah. Like before COVID, I easy made like $3-4 grand a week.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
So it's really changed that much
It's
from
really
before
changed.
COVID?
Like, these
and the
last
club that you
2
work at
months-
hasn't changed.
No, we haven't changed at all. It's just like the customers and all the shit that's going on in the world. Like the last 2 months, I've maybe made close to $5,000.
Damn, and that's so one
And that's
night.
bad.
So
Like, I
like
think,
one
like,
night
2
4
weeks
grand
ago, I-
to 2 months.
It was either last week or like 2 weeks ago. Like I didn't even like hit $1,000 in a week, and that's like it's not bad, but
No,
like
yeah, but like when you know what you were making, it sucks.
yeah, it's like what the fuck.
I wonder if that's like just straight what's going on in the world, or is there like any new club that's opened up maybe, or
No, they're pretty much all the same. We actually in Columbus, we really can't open up any new clubs. All the clubs that are here are grandfathered in.
oh, so it's like a limit pretty much. That's
Yeah,
been hit?
like anywhere near like residential, like I guess now you can't like open a strip club or some shit. I don't know. It's fucking.
Columbus is weird. Like they don't. I mean,
Columbus
at
is
least this
fucking
county,
weird.
like they don't even let you paint your house the color that you want it. Like you have to
Oh,
prove that and
my
shit.
God.
It's just weird. They're like old people. It's
What is it? An HOA or some shit?
yeah,
like
some
that?
shit.
Ugh.
It's like I live in an HOA, which they suck. Those are like so shitty. That's like suburb type shit. And then I know that like in where this house is, like you have to get like anything on the outside of your house changed, you have to like approve it with some guy in a wig. Like it's fucking goofy. Like a fucking powdered
That's
wig.
why. That's why he's so hard on it. Is because he's pissed that he has to wear a wig. So
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's
like
fucked
short
up.
man syndrome.
Don't
He's
take
gotta
your wig
compensate for
out on
something.
me. Are short people hard customers?
Oh my gosh. Why does
Actually,
that
like
sound so-
short dudes, like, cause like I'm only 5'4", but I wear 8-inch heels, so I'm like 6'1" in my heels.
5'4" down to my money, 6'8" or whatever the line is.
Oh,
I have no idea what
The little Uzi bar. Never mind.
But like a lot of customers like actually like the tall women, like the short ones. Like I've had so many customers just come up to me and they're like,
I meant like, are the
oh
short
my
customers shitty to deal with because they have short man syndrome or whatever? I don't know.
typically not.
You just made me think of it when you said the short guy
Typically
thing.
not, because like they just like tall women, so they end up respecting us more.
Okay.
It's usually the ones that are like the alpha male,
Yeah.
that are like really shitty.
So what's like? Is there like a disrespectful way to like? I'm trying to like, if somebody threw 2 ones while somebody's dancing, is that like annoying, or is it
It's-
like obviously you want them to like not just be cheap and not spend money,
Yeah.
but I'm thinking like there's got to be like an amount of money that's like annoying, or like I don't know. Have you ever had somebody throw change?
Oh hell no.
Okay, I mean obviously that's
Yeah.
fucked up.
Typically,
like-
I mean, it's probably happened in some places, but it's never happened when I was working.
Because that's just straight disrespectful.
And it's also dangerous. Like
Yeah.
trying to walk on stage with
yeah.
change on it.
take somebody's eye out.
Literally, or like, because like the stage is pretty slippery.
Oh,
So
yeah.
like stepping on that in really tall heels, you just like bust your ass.
So what goes on in the back rooms?
Like the dance room.
Yeah, the dance rooms.
Well,
like,
so just literally just dances. Like
okay.
sometimes, like if a guy's got like a foot fetish or whatever, like they'll just like rub my feet
No, I
back
mean
there,
like the girls, like the strippers, and like the
Probably just like
set room.
changing, and then if
oh,
there
the
are
Like, does any
dressing
crazy?
rooms.
Yeah, the dressing room, like crazy shit go
well,
on
if
back
you
there,
heard a
or-
lot of the conversations down there, you'd probably be disgusted.
Oh, okay.
Like, because we're talking about everything. We're like shit talking men, like we're shit talking girls. Like, it's just like, or we're talking about it like our bodily shit. And it's just like,
get into the nitty gritty back there.
yeah. Or sometimes we'll bring bottles in downstairs and just get drunk as fuck downstairs.
Yeah, it gets lit sometimes. Do you prefer dancing on the stage or doing private dances?
So when I still pole dance, because after breaking my collarbone, I'm like traumatized and I don't do that shit no more.
So you're just out of the pole dancing game now?
Yeah, I just do floor work now. But so like I enjoy doing dances because it's more intimate with the customer, and it's not like being on stage and like if other guys are trying to grab your attention. And like also, I don't know, I just do really good work in dances, and
Yeah.
I enjoy doing it. And
more
I do
relaxed,
shit
I'm
that
sure.
some girls can't do. Like I'll like do headstands like on their legs and stuff. Like
Oh, shit.
Damn. Did you ever do gymnastics as like a kid or anything? Or
I did when I was like a little kid.
I'm just
but
wondering if like you had like some experience with other stuff and
with
that's
like
why you-
color guard, like I'm
Oh yeah,
danced,
that's right.
So
So another random question, like are like regulars, are they like, do you guys like regulars, or is it
Well,
like
yeah.
something that gives you guys like weird vibes, or
if they're like a weird person, but
Yeah.
if they're a weird person, I get a weird vibe from them. I'm not gonna talk to them.
what's the ratio of like normal people to like really strange weird people in the club? Like,
Honestly, it's kind of 50-50.
okay, 'cause
Like,
sometimes when I'll be in there, I'll just be like, I feel like that guy's really weird, that guy's scary, that guy's racist.
Yeah.
Like, you can kind of spot them out. And
yeah,
it seems
there's
to be-
actually a lot of racist customers that come in.
yeah, which
And
is,
like, cause like our job is to like go up to customers, talk to them, you know, steal their money, and like we like strip clubs are like a melting pot of just like everybody.
That's
And
why it's
like,
so weird to be racist in a
there's
strip
like
club.
a lot of like white guys that are like, I don't want no black girl dancing on me, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, that bitch got bigger titties and ass than me, and you don't want that in your
They
face.
probably got made fun of by a black girl, and now they have some like complex
Got
or
some
something.
trauma to it.
Yeah, literally.
It's just like, yeah, no, you get a lot of weird guys. Like, motherfucker trying to sniff my butthole
Yeah.
and
Yeah, that's
asking,
weird.
like, oh my God, my favorite is men who want to be hit.
Oh yeah,
Last
I've heard about
Friday,
that
oh my God,
It's like
Friday.
you're like, oh, I've been waiting for this all
I
week.
got to punch this dude twice in the face.
Oh my god. Do they like tap out and be like, all right, I'm good, or like
Sometimes.
are they upfront about like I want you to hit me twice, or like they just let
The
you?
only reason I hit that guy twice was because like his friend wanted to record it,
Oh, okay.
and he was like, "Yeah, okay, hit me again." Fucking the first time he was like up taller because he was like standing on like this like podium type thing that we have or whatever, and I ended up clocking his jaw, and I was like, "I'm so sorry." I was like, "That probably just hurt so bad," and then I clocked him in the temple the second time.
That video that friend has is probably gonna come back to bite that guy in the ass so bad. Like is like gonna hold it over him.
I actually need him to like send me the video.
That ass.
It's
you-
so funny.
have you ever-
Actually, I might be able to get him to send it to me.
Oh, that would be amazing.
See.
We could maybe drop it in the fucking pod. But have you ever met somebody that you like actually were like, I could hang out with you? Mm-hmm. So like, how common is that? And have you ever
It's not like
out?
super common. Typically, like I'm not gonna like I've had customers be like, I want to be your sugar daddy, and like obviously like I'll hang out with them and stuff. But
Yeah.
some girls have come in and like with their friends and stuff, and like they'll get my number and they're like really cool, and like sometimes we'll go out. There's been like only like 3 times that I've met a dude that was like really attractive, and I was like, you can have my number.
Yeah, I'd be down.
But like typically I don't really hang out with customers outside the
Yeah.
club because it's like I don't want work to follow me home.
No, exactly. And you never know. Like maybe you learned something you didn't realize the first day,
Yeah.
and like once you're
Find
got
out
the
shit
shit in your
that you don't
apartment or
want.
whatever,
Serial killer.
No, literally.
pulls out a knife. He's like,
So
I
many
like it
guys are
inside.
always like, how much to take you home? And I'm like, they're like, I have $200 with your name on it. And I'm like, dude.
$200.
I'm like, 1, 200. It's $20K to even talk about
It's
it. And
it's
2,
wild that you can
you're
like,
giving serial killer vibes, and I'm not fucking with it.
because like the shit that they're trying to do, like they think that they can really do that with like 200. It's like no, like if you really want to pull your weight around, like you gotta have like real fucking
No,
money.
literally. You have to slam $20K in cash in front of me to even talk about it with
Yeah,
me.
like if the shit that they're asking for, it's just
And they're
wild.
always like, every time they're like, oh my God, that's so expensive. Like, but, and
like,
I'm
well,
like, okay, and?
Nobody asked you to come in and ask the fucking do
Literally.
the shit
Like,
you're
I
trying
didn't
to
want
do.
you to be spitting in my face with this bad breath. Like,
Yeah.
fuck off.
Damn. So but what are some of the? Do you have anything in your little notebook that you wanted to bring up real quick? I'm gonna like look.
I
through
mean,
this
I
real
have.
quick. I didn't want to let like only go through mine. If you had some shit you wanted to
This
touch
is pretty
on.
much just like a lot of stories, like men like whipping their dicks out and like wanting
God.
to touch.
How about your favorite one in there? Like you're the one you want to talk about most. If we haven't hit it,
Good Lord, I don't even know.
and have we just naturally gone through anything that you have in there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's brought up
Sick.
Oh, yeah.
some things about that.
Let's
But,
see. Let's see.
Hey, I do need the code to this though, because I can't check levels or anything.
Code. Wait, hold on.
Or if
We're
you want
looking
to
for
text
notes,
me
we'll
it.
just edit
Yeah,
this out.
let me pull out my little notebook. Let's see. There's just so many things in here. Oh, my friend told me this story earlier. Fucking, it was actually yesterday when I worked. There was this like, so these like a bunch of like Latina girls that have come in, like they don't speak English or anything, and some of them are cool, but then like my friend did a dance with this one guy, and he was talking about he was like, he told her that he did a dance with one of these Latino girls. And she just like, they went back into the room and she was just like, took her panties off and everything. It was like, do you want me to suck your dick? I'm like, if that's what you do to make money, cool, don't do it in the strip club, because then it fucks with our money and shit.
Yeah, because it's like now there's a different hierarchy. Like
There's
you're the girl that sucks dick, and they're gonna bypass me to
Literally.
go to
And
you.
it's also like illegal.
Yeah.
Like we have cops that come in all the time to like check on like cameras and shit. Like we have to wear like nipple tape and stuff, and like
Yeah.
panties have to stay on. But one story from Columbus Gold is the house mom trying to pimp me out.
Oh my God. So what's a house mom for those who don't
So
know?
a house mom is somebody who like usually sits in our dressing room. They got like tampons, baby wipes, hairspray, perfume, deodorant, nipple tape, like all the things that like a dancer might need.
And then like
and
emotional
snacks.
support or like
Yeah,
talk to you?
sometimes,
Okay.
yeah. But
Made me think of like a rave mom. Like if
kind
you
of,
know-
yeah. It's kind of
yeah.
like rave mom's got like, I'm a rave mom. I have everything. But
They're the
so
best people.
I
They
know,
really
they're
are.
just amazing. But so basically, like, I was complaining about money one night because it was slow as fuck. And she was like, "Do you want to make $400?" And I was like,
Oh shit! Why
I was
not?
like,
kind of
"Duh,
question
I
is
want to make
that?
$400. Like, I want to make money. I haven't made shit all night."
Yeah.
And she was like, "Well, I have this customer who, like, not, well, she said friend, but this friend that I've known for like 20 years, like, he's like too like big to like come into the club and like sit in our chairs or whatever.
Fit through the door or like
Just like our chairs and stuff or
Okay.
whatever. Like, I guess like he was just like uncomfortable doing it." And he was like, she was like, "Yeah, no, so like you'll just go over and like do dances with him and just like hang out with him." And I was like, "Okay, like I do private parties, like I'm used to that." And so she gives me his number and like, burps, sorry. And
what'd you eat?
I don't know, it's the alcohol, bro. I just be,
Oh,
I just
okay.
be burping.
The whiskey burps. All right.
It's like whiskey dick, but
But not as
So-
bad.
so basically, like, me and the dude was talking. He gave me his address and stuff, and I go over. Dude's like real cool, like real, real respective and respective.
Respectful,
Respectful.
respective.
There we go.
I wonder if
that's the word I
respective
was
is a word.
looking
It should
for.
be.
But like he was super respectful, and like we're just like talking about like conspiracy theories like the whole time. Like we're just sitting on his couch, like just like
Yeah,
talking
just
about
chilling.
conspiracy theories. And then he tried to kiss me, and I was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
I was like, "What are you doing?" He was
Switch
like,
the vibe up real
he
quick.
was like, Cammy said that we were gonna have sex.
oh, come on,
And
Glenn.
I
That's
was like,
What are
awkward.
you doing, Cammy?
"What?" I was like, "I'm sorry." She told me that we were gonna like hang out and do some dances. I was like,
Yeah.
"I'm sorry, I'm not that type of girl." And he was like, "I'm so sorry for that." He still gave me the money though.
Yeah, I mean, as he
And
should.
he was like, no, literally. But he still gave me the money. He was like, "I'm so sorry, like, for the miscommunication, whatever." But I was like, I told my one friend, and she was like, "Yeah, how do you think this girl, and this girl, and this girl make all this money without doing anything in the club?"
So
And I
she's
was
just been
like,
pimping.
that makes a lot of sense. I was
Yeah.
like, "What the fuck?"
The dots have been connected.
Oh yeah, straight up. And I went back the next day. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
I'd be
yeah, for
pissed.
sure.
I
I was
It'd be
like,
heads
what the
up.
fuck you. I was like, you can't tell me one thing and then tell him something else. Like, one, I'm not that type of person. Like, you told me I was going to do
Set
dances.
you up for
Yeah.
Literally. I was
got-
like, what the fuck?
It's got to like fuck with your relationship with her moving forward, right? Like, how were you able to get around that like later? You just get over it, or like, did she?
not really,
did she
obviously,
admit that
like,
that was
I'm-
kind of fucked up.
No.
Yeah. That's,
She won't admit anything. Like, obviously, like, I'm still not over it.
yeah.
But, like, I just kind of, like, moved past for it because I was still working there. But she's the type of girl that, like, the woman that, like, used to be a dancer and is
Okay.
jealous that she's not a dancer. And if, like, the girls who were, like, sucking and fucking and, like, being pimped out by her, like, she picked favorites on them. Like, say, like, you were one of her favorites and like I wasn't.
favorite?
Yeah. You sucking and fucking in the bag. But like let's say like out of just nowhere you just came over and like punched me in the face and like I fought back because like
So I'm sucking and fucking, and then I
Oh my
punch
God.
you
just for
Or
no
you're
reason.
doing her
for no
work.
For
reason.
literally no reason. And I
I'm on my
fought you
face
back.
still, and then
Like,
you fight me.
literally, she would fire me because you're her favorite because you make her money.
damn.
Well, damn. I guess I just got that dick power or something. Oh my
Jeez.
She's got that Glock, man.
Jesus.
No, literally.
Wild.
She definitely picked favorites for shit like that. And it was super. I've seen it so many times. Like, it never happened to me because girls don't fight me.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of girls
You're
are
a
really
nice lady.
intimidated by me. I am very nice.
Is there a lot of like competition between you and the other dancers? Not specifically you, but like between the dancers.
There kind of is. Like, it kind of sucks when, like, okay, there are some not cute girls that go into the club and work.
I've seen a couple
And-
of them.
Yeah. So basically, it kind of sucks when, like, you see a girl that, like, you talk to this dude and he's like, "I don't want to dance from you." And then you see a girl that's just, like, ugly as shit. And then they go to a dance. It's not like, I don't get, like, butt hurt over it, but, like, I'm like,
What's going on
I'm
here?
cuter. Like, I know I
Yeah.
don't got titties, but, like, damn. I'm like,
So will you ever try and like bust a couple moves to like try and get at like the ugly chick away from dude and try and like steal him?
no, that is literally strip club rule number 1.
Okay, this
You
is
don't
great.
do
Give me the
that.
top 5 strip club rules.
Number 1 is literally like don't steal it, because I almost fought this bitch on Wednesday
Because you
for
tried to
doing
do that.
this.
Okay.
Straight up, like I
knew?
was. There's so many problems like besides this with this bitch, but like
Problematic
she,
bitch.
like my one friend was sitting with this group of guys, she was sitting with them too, the girl that I almost fought.
Okay.
And she like was talking to a different dude. Wasn't talking to this dude this whole time. And I know this because my friend was sitting there the whole time.
Yeah.
And this dude comes up to me on stage, like we're talking for a hot minute, like a full song, and he's like tipping me, and I'm like, yeah, we're gonna go like have fun or whatever. And he's like, yeah, we're gonna do a lot of dances. Like I like you, like you're cool. And as soon as he walks back to the table, she damn near rips him out of the fucking chair and like yanks him into a dance room. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, she saw me with the dude on stage. I'm like, fuck
Just
you.
didn't want to put in the work.
I almost, like, we
see
have, like,
red.
an aerial hoop on stage, like, with her poles and stuff. She was on the hoop, and I said this shit so fucking loud. I was like, I'm gonna rip this bitch off the fucking hoop.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna break every fucking bone
So she
in her
knows
body.
what's up.
As soon as the club closed, she ran downstairs and immediately ran back upstairs and left.
Yeah, you got to.
Because, like, I was really about to fuck this bitch up.
So don't steal chicks.
Yeah,
or
don't steal customers.
And then
That's, like, sometimes it happens by accident.
okay, that's
like-
understandable.
Like, let's say, like, he's the dancer and you're the customer, and like he goes to like to the bathroom, and I
For a
don't
second,
see
I was
him.
like, how come
Oh,
I'm,
yeah, yeah.
I'm always the one
Well,
that's
fine,
fucking
he can be the
sucking-
customer. You can
you
be
had
the
it right.
dancer.
You had it right. He's the dancer this time.
But like, let's say like he goes to the bathroom, and I didn't know he was like talking to you.
Yeah.
And so I go over and I'm like, can
You know,
I sit
because I
down
had to take a
with you?
fat shit for a minute.
Hey,
so-
listen, I take fat shits in the club. If
Yeah.
I gotta shit, I'm gonna go shit. But
I mean, that happens in regular life. You don't know
Yeah.
if your friend's talking to this girl and then you talk to her and then shit gets
and then like
weird.
I ask customers every time, I'm like, can I sit with you? A lot of the
Yeah.
time, most of the time, they'll be like, oh no, like I'm waiting for somebody. I'm like, ah shit, cool.
Oh,
Whatever,
at least,
bye.
yeah.
I'm like, cool.
Is there?
So that's all fine. If
Yeah,
you- if you're
sometimes
like,
it happens by accident. The only time I'll still sit with that customer is if the dancer is like, "Oh no, you can sit with us." If the customer's like, "Oh no, sit," I'm like, "No."
Like if they're like,
No.
"Thank you, thanks for getting me out of there" or something, or I don't.
No,
really even
literally.
feel like
Sometimes most of the time it's like that. It's like,
Yeah.
please get me away from this customer. But
Do you have anybody that has like multiple customers?
oh yeah, I have multiple customers.
Like
Yeah,
at what? Like,
regulars type shit. You
no,
mean?
not regulars. Like at like, say you're in the club and then they have this person over here, and then they'll go over to this person, do their thing, and then come back.
Oh,
a
like
customer going to multiple dancers.
No, a dancer going to multiple customers.
Like,
Oh, yeah,
like
that's
you
what
got
we
like a
do.
lineup of people that like you have ready, and then you just hit one by one by one.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like when I work, like I don't just sit with one customer the whole night,
Yeah.
unless they're like really spending the money like
Yeah.
that. And so like I'll sit down with a customer, you know, chit chat with them for like 5 minutes, ask them if they want to dance or if they want to do a room. If they don't, moving on to the next one because the bitch got bills to pay. So
So I gotta know at least like 2 more strip club rules because these are
Okay.
interesting.
So
to me.
yeah,
so it's don't steal dance.
Don't stealing a customer.
Yeah.
That's fucked. This one's kind of like backs off the other one, but like if 2 girls are sitting with a customer, don't step on their toes. Like if that's their customer and like they invite you, don't be like oh my god, like and like leaning
Okay,
all
okay,
over
yeah.
them and shit. It kind of goes with that
Don't
one.
outdo yourself.
Like a lot of girls in there have boyfriends and stuff, and so like don't tell a customer about
okay.
a dancer's
Don't bring
personal
personal.
Oh no, you
like-
can't. Yeah.
Actually, somebody from my high school recently just came in. That was really awkward.
I was also gonna ask that. Like, have you ever ran into somebody from your personal life?
only
like, at
twice.
The club?
And-
Okay.
Well, I mean, from personal life, yes, but from my high school, only twice. The first
like
time was a
personal
girl.
isn't like I didn't want to see you.
oh
here.
yeah, multiple times. But like, this guy came in and he was like, "This is also if you know somebody's like real name."
Don't
You
drop it.
don't drop it. Like I mean, like Kat's like not my like government name. So
Okay.
like some people will be like, "Oh hey Kat." and
By the
they're
way,
like,
my bad if I wasn't supposed to say that. In
"Oh,
this
I don't
or
give a
whatever,
fuck." That's it's
but-
literally tattooed on the back of my
okay.
leg.
Just
so.
making sure.
But a lot of people that like I've known like outside of the club, they'll come in and like they'll be like, "Oh hey Kat," they'll be like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry." I'm like, okay. For me, it's fine because like it's not my government name.
Yeah.
So it's just like a nickname I have. But like this guy was like, they got a bottle, so I went up to them and I was like, "Hey, ooh." I was like, "You look familiar." He was like, "I know you," and I was like, "Did you go to this high school?" And then he said my government name. I was like,
No.
I was like, "We don't do that in here." I was like, "No." I was like, "Don't do that." And then he was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry." He was like,
That's why
"What's
it's
your
so
dancer name?"
interesting to know, so people can like kind of get the insider info or whatever.
Yeah,
the
yeah. No,
little
if you know
rules.
anybody outside the club, you don't drop anyone's personal information. Like you don't even like say their age because like I mean, in other clubs I work at, I tell them my real age. But, like, in Vanity, I've just worked there for so long. I know too many of the regulars.
Yeah.
But that's definitely a role. Like, even with just dancers, like...
Jewel. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut off. That's why I try to do hand signals. But keep going. Sorry.
So, like, with dancers and stuff, like, if you're trying to be vindictive and, like, this girl's talking to a customer and they're like, she walks away and you go over to them and they're like, oh yeah, you know, she's got like a boyfriend, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Like, you don't do that shit. It's also like stepping on, honestly, most of the unspoken rules are just like stepping on other dancers' toes.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
like
that's never good.
don't drag another girl just because you feel inferior. Like, obviously if they dirty hustle you or like fuck you over, drag them bitches. They need
if they're
to
being
learn.
shitty, then
Yeah.
get them back. But
like, if you're just trying to be, like, vindictive and, like, just being an asshole, don't fucking do that shit. Because you do that shit in, like, Detroit, like, Houston, like, big cities, like...
you could get fucked up.
You're gonna get fucked up.
Yeah. So, I know, like, we get an idea of, like, why, but since you work at a club, you know, like, you should know, I think, at least, why really can't you wear certain types of pants and stuff?
Oh yeah, like as a customer coming in, like you
It,
can't wear
like-
joggers.
Yeah, it depends on, like, the club. Because some clubs don't really give a fuck.
Okay,
but, like,
so some don't. Okay.
yeah, so, like, Vanity's gentleman's club. So it's technically a gentleman's club. So, like, but they let motherfuckers in flip-flops walk in. I'm like, what the fuck? But it's, like, kind of with, like, the sweatpants thing is, like, their dick is, like, out too much.
That's
and,
what I
like-
assumed.
But to me, I'm, like, rubbing ass on a dick in jeans just does not, because it's not enjoyable to us. Like, it
Yeah.
fucking hurts.
Oh,
It's
so you'd almost
painful.
prefer
Oh yeah,
sweatpants or
I'd
something?
rather every man in there just wear sweatpants. Like, it's a little more uncomfortable because, like, if they're hard, like, I can feel it. But, like,
Yeah.
honestly, the longer you dance, you just, like, learn to, like, tune it out.
And then also like
you're
you
just
have to,
like, you'll sit down, you're like, ooh, and then it's like, whatever, and then you just, like, get over it.
you kind of have to like determine like would I rather be like dancing on a fucking zipper or a button
Oh my
or
god, and
like
a fucking
dancing
belt.
on a
If some dude's got, like, a
dick.
really, like a big
Buckle, yeah.
Yeah.
Belt,
on, I tell them, like, take your fucking belt off. I'm
Yeah.
like, that's gonna, like, scratch my anus, and I don't fucking
if
want
they got
it.
that Scheuneman belt on, then you gotta take it.
It's painful. And, like, jeans, like, also, like, depending on, like, detergents that they wear, like, it can, like, irritate our skin
Oh, okay.
after a while.
That's interesting. Do you know detergent not to wear to a strip club?
No.
Or it's probably
never
different
been
for
able to
everybody.
figure that one out.
Okay, like you got
But-
Dawn on.
Dawn is a dish soap brand.
Dude, I don't know. I don't know detergents either way.
Have you had any like clean freaks though? Like someone like try to clean the chair off before going?
Oh yeah, or like, can you put some hand
Sometimes.
sanitizer on? before you-
Sometimes, yeah. A lot of the time, like, I'll carry, like, baby wipes with me because, like, like, well, we have dirty motherfuckers coming in, and, like, I
yeah.
used to, like, carry, like, Lysol spray with me,
Okay.
and I would carry baby wipe. I would spray my body with, like, Lysol and then,
Oh
like,
my-
rub it down with, like, baby wipes because I'm like, you were just gross and dirty. Like, I don't want
I
your
saw a fly on you.
like, it's just gross. But, like, sometimes, like, we get, like, clean freaks where, like, a lot of the guys that, like, are, like, scared to touch, like, not a lot of them, but some of them, they're like, I just, like,
Germophobic.
germophobic. And I'm like, well, then why are you in a strip club? Because, like,
There's some germs in here.
they don't clean strip clubs.
That
Like,
bitch over
they're
there is a
fucking
germ.
disgusting. Like, the girls are clean for the most part.
Yeah.
Most of the girls are
pole?
clean. Oh, the
No, the
pole
girl.
anytime.
Oh. I thought you were
Most
asking.
of the girls are clean, but the poles, like, anybody who does, like, pole work, you spray it with, like, rubbing alcohol because, like, you don't want the oils.
Yeah, it's been
but-
rubbed up on quite a bit.
And has anybody like streaked the pole like or anything like that, like with shit or anything?
Oh my god, dude, that's
I
wild.
have never noticed that before, but, like, honestly, that'd be more for, like, a club that's, like, a full nude strip club. And I refuse to work in a full nude strip club. One, I don't want to touch the pole where some other bitch's pussy juice is wrong. That just sounds fucking disgusting.
Yeah, no, that's wild. That's a
And
wild streak.
Also, like, I don't want my hoo-ha out, and for customers just to look, that's just, if that's your thing, cool. By all means, do it. Not my thing, though.
yeah.
I'm not gonna shit on you for doing it, but it's just like, not my thing, not my thing.
Was there ever a time like during COVID that like as a stripper you had to wear a mask?
Oh yeah, like as soon as we opened up after COVID,
That's wild.
it was like, oh my god, I've like finally got like one of the chain ones that like wasn't a fucking mask.
Yeah.
Because like we wear like a full face of makeup, and
Yeah.
like you could take your
By the end
your
of the day,
mask
the mask
off.
was a different color.
Yeah, like no, literally. There's one mask that I mainly wore during that time, and it's still stained
Damn.
with makeup. From
I feel like
wearing it.
when you gotta wear masks while you're dancing, like did they ever like get around it by being like, okay, tonight we'll dress up as like sexy nurses or like
No.
something like that? 'Cause it's wild for me to imagine going into a strip club and then everybody's got a fucking like surgical mask on, and it's like Jesus,
Most
that girl's
of the
got an
time
N95.
we got like cute masks.
Oh,
like, We
okay.
would buy like ours at the club when I'm buying because they're
That's a
all
good-
cheap as fuck.
That's a good move.
But like I would like buy them like off Shein. They'd be like I had one that was like baby girl. That was like
Okay.
diamond that said like baby girl on it. And then,
That's
like,
better. I was just imagining like the straight like regular
if you
ass
didn't
mask.
have a mask, you had to wear one of those.
Okay.
But we had to wear them on stage, which was the worst thing because at the time I was still doing pole work. And that shit makes you sweaty as fuck. Like I
Yeah,
only
it's
do
a
floor-
workout.
I only do floor work now, and I come off. I'm like, I'll sit with a guy, and I'm like, I'm sorry, like just fan me, like don't
Yeah.
touch me, like you're gonna like
Don't
feel
touch me, just
sweat
give me the
everywhere
air.
on me. Or like I'll get off stage and like do a dance immediately with a guy because they'll be like, let's go do a dance. I'm like, okay. I'm like, fucking fine. I'm like, Jesus. And then I'll tell them before I do the dance, I'm like, if you touch my butt, it is disgustingly sweaty right now. I am so
Better
sorry.
chill out on that.
And they're like, oh no, it's okay. And I'm like, it's not okay. It's gross.
I don't like it, so you
But-
don't like it.
It's fine, whatever. And they'll be like, oh, you're real sweaty. I'm like, I fucking told you, I am.
Don't comment on
disgustingly
it.
sweaty.
The mask stuff's got me thinking. So have you ever? It's a two-parter. So have you ever worked at like a full nude strip club?
She says she
Okay.
doesn't do that. Yeah.
So at those full nude ones, and I don't know, maybe other ones as well, but like I'll just be blunt about it. You see a lot of butt plugs.
Oh yeah.
What's
100%.
the deal with that? And then also, does the club supply butt plugs?
No, the clubs definitely do not supply butt plugs.
They
I mean, I'm
tax them on
sure
the butt
there's
plugs.
I'm sure there's like a club where they'll like buy them and like sell them, but it's definitely not like every club. And
Okay.
I know that like Canada's full of full nude strip clubs.
Oh,
It is like insane. I've never been, but I've had a lot of customers that have gone to Canada, and they're like,
This ain't
it's
like
just,
Canada,
every
partner.
Club is like full nude,
yeah.
but
So why do they wear the butt plugs?
sometimes girls wear it for like their own pleasure, and then also to like, or they can get like a really like, because butt plugs come in all different sizes.
Yeah.
And so they'll get like a really small one just to like
The one I
cover
have
up their
is like
butthole.
really big, but
You have a butt plug.
no, I just
it's
joking.
in right now.
yeah,
It
it,
is.
That's why
keeps
he
me
keeps
focused
wiggling
on the
around.
podcast.
He's trying to hit his G spot.
Yeah. So yeah, because I went to this one place and like every dancer had like a glowing butt plug, and I was like, is there a rule about this, or is there like, is this like a thing?
Where
like
was it?
I don't know. Where was that? I'm sorry. I'm sorry to expose you, Marquise. But I don't remember. I don't remember where it was, but it was like a Columbus. It was a Columbus club, and I just
It
know
was
that.
probably private dancer because it's the only
It probably
full
is
nude
because
strip
when
club
you
we
said
have
private
here.
dancer or private dumpster, I was like,
private
I was
dumpster.
like, that sounds sadly like.
Yeah, it was probably
familiar.
because in Columbus it's the only full nude strip club we have.
Okay, yeah. So I was just very curious why, but I mean, there's some obvious answers you could assume.
Like it's
but
either like they could either find it enjoyable for them or it's to like cover up their
Their
butthole.
butthole's too
Figured it was
brown.
that.
Maybe stop it from guys trying to stick their finger in their butthole because it happens a lot. Even though I don't work in a full nude strip club,
They still try
I
to
get
get
guys
around
that
that.
all the time. They try to like go under the underwear and like stick their finger in
That's
your ass,
nuts,
and I'm like,
it makes me like.
it's like,
shake.
why do you want to stick like your mouth or your finger near anyone's butthole? Like you shit out of there. I'm like, anytime some guy like talks about like touching my butthole, I'm like, I literally just took like a shit an hour ago. Like I ate like garlic rooster wings. Like you,
Ooh,
why?
rooster wings. Ooh.
I actually just have roosters like, like
B-dubs all
the
day.
last 2 days.
Garlic.
Literally though.
Like it's just like it's straight.
That
Like
shit's
I'm so
stingy.
honest when it comes to customers in the club because one, I don't deal with bullshit,
Yeah.
and two, it's just like.
I love garlic rooster.
It's
wings.
like I'm gonna make it so gross that you definitely don't want to touch my asshole.
Yeah, stay away
like-
from my fucking asshole. You
No,
douchebag.
literally, like don't touch it. Like what the fuck?
Okay. So another thing. I have so many questions.
Is it a butthole question?
No, this,
Like, bro, what?
I'm very interested in this. So stripper names, like, how do those get made? What's your
Why is
stripper
cinnamon
name?
so common?
Yeah. seriously though, like what is?
Honestly, like there's a girl that works at my club. Her dancer name is Scheuneman, and I don't
love
know. It just
Scheuneman.
kind of like fits her.
What
like,
about Sugar? Who wants
Well,
to
like
be
how do you
Cinnamon?
get a
See?
stripper name?
See,
Like
my dancer name is Winter,
okay,
and a lot of customers. Oh my god, I hate this. I'll tell
so
a customer
funny
like
'cause
I'm
I
a
know
dancer.
people named Winter, and it's
I know, I know. I think we know the same person.
probably yep.
But so like I was like actually like supposed to be named Winter Dawn when I was a kid.
Okay.
Fell in love with that name, and I've always wanted to do pole dancing. So like I've always kind of wanted to get into stripping. So
Okay.
like
The
literally
North
from like
Pole.
age like 12, I was like, Winter's gonna be my. If I ever become a stripper, like that's gonna be my stripper name.
Okay.
But like it's just kind of like the clubs like don't usually pick it for you unless you really cannot come up with something.
Yeah.
But typically when girls go into dancing, they kind of already have a name picked out. But
Is that something you do on your first day?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes like though like if it's like something super common like Cinnamon or Diamond or Barbie or some shit like that, they'll be like, oh, we already have that. You got to pick something else.
Yeah.
So some girl, like I dance with this one girl. Oh my God, I love her. I love her so much. She's like, I literally call her my Amazonian goddess. Like she's
That's a good
covered in
stripper name.
tattoos and like
Coming to the
she's
stage,
she's
Amazonian
already,
goddess.
like really tall, and I'm 6'1" in my heels, and she overpowers me.
Damn.
And she's so hot and sexy. Like if I was gay, like she'd be number 1 on my list.
Alrighty.
But her dancer name is Rosemary.
Okay.
And oh my God, like I've never heard of a dancer name like that. And it just like fits her so well. And it's just, I love her so much. Like,
There's almost like an art to making a perfect like.
Oh yeah. Like
stripper name.
it's gotta, you can't just like, I can't just go into a club and be like, Paige.
Call me
Ooh.
Captain
Like-
Crunch.
Ooh,
Captain Crunch.
I just got an amazing idea. What should me and Marquise's stripper names be?
Bro, I just said it.
Captain
Captain Crunch.
it's kind of a nice like
If he's
for like
Captain,
short term like crunch like.
does that mean he's Captain and I'm Crunch, or he's just
Yes,
Captain
the
Crunch?
Oh my
duo.
God.
We're the duo.
Double trouble, baby.
All right, I could settle for that. Maybe we'll name this episode.
We'll be at the gay bar making all the guala.
Oh, dude, I've been to a gay bar. It's pretty scary.
Gay bars are fun. I
Yeah,
love
but
them.
like they attack
for
me.
us women.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're a cute little
It's
man,
just the
like,
opposite.
being in a gay bar is just like
I was sitting there and they were like, "How big's your dick, baby?" And I was like, "Oh my god."
He's like, y'all, you want to go in the back? I'll show you.
Yeah, it was wild.
I love it. I love it.
But
But no, with dancer names, like you just like you want it to like fit your personality. Like
Okay.
when customers are like, "Why'd you choose
Alright.
Winter?" and I'm like, "I'm a cold-hearted fucking bitch."
We got
Like-
Julian over here, so what could we call him?
that's what I was trying to find out. And you guys
Well, we
gave me
did a
Crunch.
duo, so if we didn't do a
That
duo,
was fucking
Well,
Crunch.
Yeah, if you guys do a duo, definitely
call 'em-
Captain Crunch.
But
like,
solo, like, what? I'll wait.
solo.
This is like
I don't know.
nerve
I'm
wracking.
really
Call 'em
bad at
Sour
coming
Patch
up
or
with,
something.
Like, stripper
Fuck.
names for like guys because well, obviously you can't go out and be like Sage or like
Hey, if you see feminine
Really
in my
shit.
like aura or whatever, but think of it by the end of the episode.
I'll try. I have ADHD, so it'll probably get lost in this.
I am as
login.
well, but I need to know. Because this is like when they have like the Instagram things where it's like, what's your summer name? Pick your first letter of your name and then the month
Oh,
you're born.
yeah.
And then you're
Oh, we
Sagittarius
can totally
G.
find one of those pictures
Okay.
on like the internet.
I want something real. But
See. I don't know why the first thing that popped in my head was Mike Tyson.
Oh my gosh.
I'll take it.
Call him
I don't know
Glove.
why, but I was like,
Glove.
and I was like Mike Tyson. I was
Or
like, what the
Champ.
fuck?
Champ, there you go.
Because Mike Tyson is champ. I don't know.
I don't know.
That's just me.
I thought of like Channel.
Channel.
Ear biter.
Chanel.
Chanel, stop.
Oh, Chanel. Yeah, there you go.
You'd have to go to like a gay strip club. Like, I'm Chanel.
Chanel.
I got this designer balls.
I would have to go to a gay strip club, right? Like there.
I mean, there's definitely.
What would I
like,
dress
gay-
up as a girl and then go to your strip club and work, or like how would that work?
You
So,
can just tuck your dick hard enough. And,
Oh.
Okay. Throw on
right.
some like silicone
try
tatas.
and turn myself into an any or something. All
Just,
right,
like ice your balls real quick, make it shrink.
dude, that sounds so horrible.
God, it's so bad.
Okay, so what is like? Is there like a certain brand of clothes that like strippers buy from, or like a really fancy stripper outfit that's like known or anything? Like
Yeah.
the I was
Julian's-
going to say the
Julian's gonna make
Gucci
some-
of stripper clothes, but I want to say the Scheuneman.
Yeah, Joey's gonna
If
make.
you don't know, we're a clothing brand first.
Oh,
but,
I know this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, like what's the designer stripper clothes like?
So like, there's really not like designer like stripper clothes.
We can
like,
change that in the next
Yeah.
collection 2 years from now.
But there's definitely some very well-known brands like online. I mean,
me one.
obviously, like you have like Cirilla's, which is like everywhere in the United States. It's a stripper store / sex store.
Okay.
They have Clone Willies there.
Kelowna Willie's?
Yes.
What's that?
You can clone your dick and make a dildo out of it.
Oh, I have one of those. No, I'm just kidding. You can do
That's how
that.
he made his butt plug.
It's
Well, as you see, we have the art around here.
dude, it's wild. You can like do that with like pocket pussies and like.
Oh yeah, that's so weird to me.
What freaks me out is can't you do that with like these are the creepiest ones, but like the head and throat ones, like can't you do that? I think
Oh,
you can
God.
get those copied too.
That sounds dangerous.
Right? That's what I was
You
thinking.
need to like the inside of the mouth seems okay, but like getting it in the throat,
Yeah.
like that sounds terrible.
Plus, nobody knows what your throat's like. So
No, literally,
it doesn't really matter.
literally, unless you're that one dude you were talking about that's got like the knee dick.
Yeah, he's
You're
like
not
doing.
gonna know.
He's into like surgical kinks or something. But those are the creepiest ads when it's like this is the fucking Gluck Gluck 9000 and it's like a
It's, like,
jaw
right-
and like a throat and it's like bro who are you? It's like worse than finding like an actual finger in your closet. Like if you found like a sex head, it's wild.
A little like inflatable like sex doll.
Dude, one time for Christmas my brother got me a pocket pussy and
Oh my
I
god.
opened it in front of my family, and they weren't too into it. But yeah, we told a story about that. It ended up like the last place I ever saw it was when I went into my dad's room and shut it into the window. Like
So
I
the pussy
closed
was
the
just
window
hanging out
on
the
it.
window.
So it was just yeah.
Try to like chop it in half.
Yeah.
We would throw it at the wall and it would like roll down.
It would. Yeah.
because it sounds gross. I swear to God.
Oh, so it wasn't like a fleshlight type deal.
no, it was like a
a flubbery.
I was hanging out with one of my friends, and he literally brought his pocket pussy to my house and threw it at me, and I didn't know what it was. Just like a blue, like
Dude.
rubbery silicone thing, and I was like,
That better not have
what
been
the fuck
used.
is this? He was like, "That's a pocket pussy." I fucking threw that bitch. I was like, "Ew!"
They're so like
Like what?
ugh, they make weird noises. Because the material they're made of is just already sticky, so like
Yeah.
it'll like roll down this wall.
It's like
Yeah.
painting a wall.
I've unfortunately like doing OnlyFans and stuff. Like, customer, like I'll make guys like pay me money to send me videos of them like doing things, and I've had
Wait,
People
you
playing
make
with
a
their
guy,
balls.
you make a guy
Things.
pay you money so you can get a video of them doing something.
I don't want the video, but they want to send it to me.
That's a weird
And so I
transaction.
make them
Yeah, it is a
pay
weird
me
tran-
money for. I'm like,
Okay.
I don't want to see your penis. Like,
It's like they pay
unsolicited
you
dick
to be
pics,
able to
like,
send a
ew.
dick pic.
Like every time I get an unsolicited dick pic, I screenshot it, and then I have like just like plethora of dick pics. I send one back when some
Yeah.
dude just like sends me a random
Oh,
dick
that's
pic.
amazing. Some white guy sends you a dick and you send a black dick back. That's
No,
fucking sick.
literally, because it's just like I don't want your dick, and you don't want a dick, so here's a penis. 'Cause
Yeah,
you sent yours.
back to crossed wires. I never understand why people think it's okay to just be like, "Oh, this girl's pretty. I'll send her my dick."
No, literally,
that's
because
so
like
nuts.
I'm screenshotting it and I'm showing my friends about how small and
Oh,
crooked
that's.
your
I've
fucking
always heard
penis
that.
is.
Yeah,
They're like, oh, I'm just gonna send it. I'm not gonna.
wild.
Like me and my friends are making fun of your dick. Oh my god, I was at the bar not too long ago. This guy like I met on like Tinder or Bumble or whatever, and he had come over and like he was cool. He was a nurse, so I was like, ew.
Bob's
But
a
like
nurse.
he was cool as fuck. Like we had a cool time, and I was at the bar with my friends, and out of nowhere I get like a video from him.
That's nuts.
Listen. It is a video of him laying down with a purple dildo
Oh.
in his asshole.
How does he have that much confidence to send you that?
And it's unfortunate because purple is my favorite color. And I was
I
like,
love
what
purple
the
too.
fuck? And
That's
I
actually my
started
favorite color.
screaming in the bar. I was like, oh my God. And my
The
friends are like,
asshole.
"What?" And I was like, look.
And they're like, "Oh my god!"
God.
Everybody's
Just like,
screaming.
this dildo is balls deep in bro's asshole.
Oh.
And I was like, what the
Why are they
I've
always
heard a lot of.
by the way?
Mine's pink, so.
Oh, okay. Well, purple.
But mine
pink,
also fell in the toilet like 3 years ago, so it just sits in the corner of my shower. It's like a little
R.I.P..
decor.
Dude, I will always remember. This is wild. I haven't thought about this in so long. I was dating this one girl, and it was like towards the end of our relationship, and things weren't going super well. And I was laying in her bed, and then I roll over, and I felt something underneath the pillow. And I lifted it up, and it was like this huge fucking purple dildo.
Oh, God.
And I
How
looked
big
at
was
her.
it?
It was like this big.
Oh, my God.
It was big.
Were you worried after that?
I was like, what the fuck is this? Like I was young.
You're like, this isn't my size? Why do you fucking...
I probably would have handled it differently at like now, but like at the time I was like, what the fuck? Like I didn't know you had this. Why do you need this? Oh my god! Like I didn't
For when
understand.
you're not there.
Yeah, I didn't. I was a child. I was immature.
The whole 10 inches.
And so I was like, what the fuck? And I seen it, and then she like tried to like kind of like back out of it, be like, oh, it's my friends. It's like, oh, it's your friends. It's
Then why
like,
is it under your
under
pillow?
your pillow? Like,
Bro.
and so I take it and go into the backyard and start a fire, and I threw it to the fire.
Oh, yeah.
They're expensive.
I
You
know.
asshole.
It was kind of fucked up if I'm being honest, but yeah, I burnt it. And then the last image
in
I
the
had,
end, like, did she deserve it?
she fucked.
In the end, she
pretty
pulled
good.
out
So
the
then she
trusty
deserves
old
to spend
hairbrush.
another $100 on a giant.
Yeah,
dildo.
I burnt her cock. So the last image I have
myself.
is this fucking purple dildo just bubbling and like fucking.
Ew! It bubbled.
Well, it melted.
Oh,
'Cause
good.
Just fucking
Ooh.
in the flames, like our
Oh.
love.
That's so nasty. Oh god. See, like
so
my
dead.
like the only dildo I like let people see is the one that like sits in the corner of my like bathroom just as like little decor because people come up there like your dildo's in the corner. I'm like, yeah, don't touch it. It fell in the toilet 3 years ago and it hasn't been cleaned. Like it just like sits in the corner.
You
of my
gotta
shower.
clarify that you're like, I'm not using it
No,
anymore,
Lovely.
but it's
it just sits there.
it's out of commission.
But like, I accidentally like left my like the one that I actually use. Like I accidentally left it under my cover, like under my like blanket or whatever, because I forgot about it. And this guy came over and like he laid on it and he pulled it out. He was like, "Oh," and I was like, "Fuck!" I was like,
Oh,
"Give me that!" I was like,
hell
"Don't look at
no.
that!" I was like, and I threw it in a box. I was like, "Don't look at that!" I
outta
was like,
here.
"I'm so sorry."
Pet my raccoon.
Pet my raccoon.
Pet Doobie the raccoon.
Yeah, so
Rest
just
in
a
peace,
little-
Doobie.
He died?
I think so.
No, but out of your care, right?
Yeah, no, he was not my care.
Yeah, for people,
I kept him very well fed.
for the people
all
who
the
don't
time.
know, we were talking about this before the cameras heated up. She used to own a raccoon, which
Yeah, I
is sick.
fostered a little baby raccoon. He was so cute. And he hated my ex-roommate, so fuck you, Betty, you're a little bitch.
How do you get a raccoon? Like,
Well, it
you
was
can't
our...
go to PetSmart, can you?
No. It was our friend Christina's raccoon. And
I gotta know.
she, like...
Did it
my
hatch?
my best...
Did it?
They don't lay eggs.
No, I know. I was just kidding. I was just-
But, like, my best friend Haley, like, the house that, like, she was living in, like, there were raccoons in the vents, and this one raccoon fell really far down, so she took the raccoon because the mom wasn't going to come back for it, and he was too little. So, basically, Christina wanted it, and so Christina took it, and then her mom made her, like, give it away for a while. She was like, I can't have this in my house right now.
That's a wild
And
origin
so she let us foster it, and then she was finally able to take it back, and then her one friend fostered it, but then let it go into the wild.
Damn.
Christina was pissed.
So
and
is that
I
why
was
you think it
pissed.
died?
Probably
'cause
because
it
like
need-
he
it
was
needs to be
eating human
prepared.
food. He loved Sour Patch Kids. Oh my god!
Oh my
'Cause we
god.
had this,
I
like,
remember
jar.
seeing under Snapchat.
Yes.
Yes. That's so
He's
funny.
like, we had this jar of Sour Patch Kids. And he's just pulling it out and just like eating it. Oh
So
my God.
funny because
I
don't
know.
they like literally use
have
their little
thumbs, don't they?
hands and
Yes,
they'll-
they use like their fingers. They wash their food.
Dude, they're little
I've seen a video
gangsters.
of the like raccoon like washing cotton candy and it disappears and it's just
Oh,
like
yeah, I was thinking.
No.
so fucking sad because he's like,
No. What has
candy.
happened?
oh my god.
So ADHD, but I can't. I saw fucking Skittles flavored cotton candy the
Ooh,
other
that
day,
sounds
which Sounds
good.
wild.
That sounds
Yeah.
good.
I would fuck with that
Right?
super hard. I love cotton candy.
It's so sad. It's like a horrible like hell that my brain put me in because like I love cotton candy, but I can't even barely talk about it. I have like a weird issue with like certain textures, and cotton makes my fucking teeth like tingle. I hate
My
it.
mom throws up like fucking
So do you
dry
have fear
hags.
of cotton balls?
I hate it. Like I hate. Like I'm not scared of them, but it's.
So like
I don't
if I just, like, dump
understand.
cotton balls on you, you're gonna cry.
it's if I like.
So you can't open up bottles of medicine because the cotton ball right.
But see, here, it's not like the weirdest. It's like not the weirdest fear because like I have a fear of the undersides of boats.
No, that's not weird at all. That's
no,
fucking
it's
barnacles
weird 'cause,
and
like,
shit.
No, like it's like the rest of the boat's cool, but like if I see like a picture of like a boat, I'm like,
Because it's like slimy and shit.
not even that. It's just like the actual like look of it.
We knew someone
Like,
that
It's
was
getting weirder.
Anxiety.
We knew someone that was scared to open ovens and stuff like that.
Oh, are you talking about Rachel?
Well, don't say names,
I
but
mean,
yeah,
like,
I'll just call her out.
Put her in an oven.
Jeez.
That's why she's scared.
No. She had the fear before, and then I just tried to immersion
Traumatize her?
immersion therapy. I tried
Oh
to
my
get.
God.
It's okay. It's not a portal.
It's okay. Oh my God, what was that one horror movie about the kids that went to like the grandma's house and she was like, get in the oven to
The
clean
Visit.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yes.
that movie. You know that's M. Night Shyamalan? Shyamalan Ding Dong?
What?
Yeah, that's a M. Night Shyamalan movie. Dude, I
It was a good movie.
I liked it a lot. It's like a little bit of comedy and then a lot of scary shit. When she's running around naked and
Oh
like,
my God.
that shit was
I
nuts.
almost pissed myself in the movie theaters laughing. I was like, what the fuck? I was like,
Didn't she like rub a diaper on somebody?
yeah, because the grandpa like
Oh yeah.
pens and like
Yeah.
the little boy was like a germaphobe and like she like it was either him or like it was either the grandpa or the grandma, but like was like shoving the diapers in his face. I almost threw up. I was like, that's so fucking nasty.
And then the kid was like a rapper and shit. Like, oh, that's got me thinking.
Oh, rapper. He was young. The boy
No,
was
the
younger.
kid rapped. Like, do you remember? And like it, like the whole time he's like writing bars in his little notebook.
I don't remember that deep into the movie. I just
But-
remember like the extremes.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty
Make it
extreme.
big,
It's a horror
brother.
movie with like a little white kid rapper. It was funny.
Oh my God.
But
It was good though.
yeah, shout out to Visit.
Shout out.
I wonder if there's like elderly strip clubs, like
Elderly
older people, like in their like later half of their life stripping. I wonder.
Oh, 100%. Before I get into that, because I got some stories about that, I'm about to literally piss myself.
Oh yeah, go ahead. We
I'm
can,
like sitting here. I'm like, how much longer can I hold it?
yeah,
for?
no, we'll probably finish up soon, but you can.
I was
take
like,
it.
Yeah, we're about to hit the 2-hour mark anyway.
No, that's something with like in the strip club is like guys will be like you'll have like
I have
older guys who are like, oh, you look like my daughter, like my niece, and I'm like,
Yikes.
and then they'll be like, can we go do a dance? I'm like,
You just
my-
reminded me.
We were going, by the way.
Yeah, we're still
Okay,
going.
okay.
oh, okay.
By the way, camera died. We're back.
Yeah,
Anyway,
and I
go.
had to piss.
You just reminded me. So I was like in the club one time, and this dude was like describing the dancing and stuff like that, and he fucking goes, "Man, like this girl would be so much better. Like she has a beautiful body and everything, but it'd be so much better if she was just 17." I straight walked away. I straight
that
walked
hit you.
away. I was like, bro, you literally could have said 18. What the fuck is the year's fucking
Yeah.
difference? You fucking.
Like you just want to see how socially acceptable it is for you to get into.
Bro, I straight walked away.
can't.
I was like, I can't with you. I'm,
Like,
I'm
that's-
See if the people
you just
were
made
around
it
would
so
talk about you being
awkward
a
for me
fucking-
to talk to you right now. I cannot.
Ugh, it's so
wild.
gross. Like sometimes, like I'll wear like the skill girl outfit, but I don't walk around. I'm like, yeah, I look like a skill girl. I do I say like a sexy professor. God damn.
That's like a whole other thing, you know.
That's
not me.
Oh,
What? Oh shit! My do not disturb's on. What the fuck?
Not on the
ringer
computer.
Shit. All right. I'll put it
that's
in
why
there
I
for
came
now.
over there.
So, has anybody done any like front flips and shit, like on the dance floor or anything, or is it just like
What's the
pole work?
craziest move you've seen? Type.
Definitely like the death drop. Like on
What
the
the
pole.
fuck?
You know when they like go up.
They go
and then
all the
just
way at the
fucking
top,
fall?
and they just like shoom, and they catch themselves at the bottom.
That's
I've
a
only,
word.
I've only seen 2 dancers do it. The one from before COVID, her dancer name was Annika. Oh my god, she was so sweet.
Annika.
She was so cute and so sweet. She just had a kid, so congrats,
Some of these get real like
congrats, babe.
real
But
like interesting, like just noises kind of.
Yeah.
Like Annika. Like I wonder how you think of that.
Like
yeah,
I like
don't know, it fit her
Hanukkah.
really well. But also, like, one dancer at my club now, like, Annika doesn't dance anymore. But this one dancer, she is a 2-time pole champion.
Oh damn.
And, like, Annika, when
Olympics
she
for-
would do it, she would, like, wrap
She
her
celebrates
body, like,
Hanukkah.
around, like, the pole, like a ball, and just, like, and catch herself at the bottom. The girl that I'm talking about right now, like, she hangs up upside down, like, face to the ground, and just, like,
like a bat.
like catches herself at the bottom, and it is the craziest fucking thing to like
Yeah,
watch.
you really gotta like close your fucking legs or
Oh
something.
yeah, and it's scary because 1 second off and you're like, doink,
Yeah.
fucking face in the ground.
Because
Like,
for a second I was like, have you ever seen somebody like really get hurt doing a move? And I was like, well, I mean, you did.
I
So,
was the
have you
one.
seen it like somebody else get fucked up that way, or is it just been you
No, I
personally?
have never really seen it in the strip club because usually when we do like our moves and stuff, like we're like pole grip, like we're cleaning the poles off. Like you got to make sure like your grip is like on tight.
Yeah.
But also like the only time I've really ever seen it is like on like social media and stuff, like that one girl in like Texas who like busted her face like falling off like a 30-foot pole or some shit, and like she twerked her way off stage. Yeah, I was not able to do that. I knocked myself out and everything. It was so bad. But yeah, I've never really
It's so bad.
like I've seen girls like slip here and there and it gives me so much anxiety. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, oh my God. Like please don't die. But yeah, not to the extreme of like what I did.
Okay. Well, so I have another random little question. Like, what are some like do's and don'ts for people, or like when's the best time to go to the club, and like from a customer's point of view, like what would you recommend? Like how much money should people bring? What shouldn't you do?
I feel like we already went all over through.
I don't know, but well, specifically the
Money-wise,
time and the
bring
money.
as like for money wise, like bring as much money as you're willing to spend. Obviously,
Yeah.
like spend everything in your
Don't
wallet,
just go to
duh.
the strip club and not spend anything.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
literally.
fucked up.
But like spend as much as you're willing to spend, but obviously we want everything.
Yeah,
because
anything we can get.
Literally. But best times to go, it just kind of depends on you. Like
Is it only a nightly thing?
some clubs are my club. Monday through Thursday we open up at 11 a.m.
11 a.m.
Fuck, is it ever busy?
Day shifts?
Not anymore. I refuse. I
Yeah,
don't
that
like
sounds-
waking up that early,
I'm not
and I
gonna
don't
lie,
want to
that
be in
sounds
there.
sad.
Typically, we get like the really old customers who just want to pay you to talk about their life problems. So
Okay.
I mean, I could see how that could be, because you're going in meeting, I mean, unless you go there frequently, but you're going in meeting a random person where you could talk about any fucking
Some
thing.
people just like need companionship.
Oh,
and
yeah.
shit. What's like the deepest you've gotten with somebody? Like,
oh my god,
Looking for-
it was like a couple months ago. Like obviously, I've had people literally tell me whatever, but this guy was like, I was like sitting with him and like he wanted to buy me a drink, but like didn't want to spend that much money. So I was like, give me a Long Island iced tea, like whatever, because it's got enough alcohol in it that'll
Yeah, it'll do
hopefully
the
get
job.
drunk. And he's just telling me about all of his trauma, like what his mom and his dad did to him, what his dad did to his sisters, like all of his life fucking trauma. And I'm just sitting there like
yeah. Have you ever like been like?
okay.
Does it ever like hit home for you? Like, have you ever like really gotten emotional over it or anything?
They're like,
Probably
if a
hard.
customer asks me about, because like every single girl in this world has been sexually like harassed
Yeah.
or assaulted once in their life, and like unfortunately for a lot of us, it's gone farther than that. I've had customer like that one customer was trying to ask me about that. Like I'm a very open book. Except for that, because it's just like not a lot of people want to hear it, and like I don't get emotional about it, but like I'm like not a lot of people want to hear it, and I don't really feel like telling that story anyways. But
Yeah, I mean,
he
it's
was
an
like,
emotional, hard thing
have
to
you ever
talk
been
about.
like raped or like blah blah? And I was like, whoa, dude.
I hope he
I
didn't
was
say it like
oh no,
that.
he did.
Oh my god.
Oh, he did. He was like, have you ever been raped? And I was like, I'm not gonna get into this with you. I was
The way
like,
you
that's
make
like
it sound
way
is like he
too
was like
personal.
asking like turned on type shit. Like, have you
No,
ever-
straight up. I was like, dude, you're
Ew.
fucking weird. Like, I
Yeah.
talk about like my mom, like my abuse when I was a kid, like from my mom and shit. Like, I'm totally cool, like talking about that. But I was like, let's not talk about that. I'm
yeah,
like,
especially with
yeah.
the attitude that he's coming at it.
Like, I don't
with,
get
like-
emotional. I just get like mad. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
Like, my birthday was on June 25th. Some guy did make me cry on my birthday
that's fucked.
in the club. Like, I went in. It was so my birthday was on Sunday, so I went in on Saturday, and like normally I wouldn't have like cried because I'm really not a crier, but
Birthdays can get
like
emotional.
birthdays are very emotional for me. Just like, thanks, mom.
Yeah.
But so like my birthdays are really sensitive, and I was really fucking drunk. I was hammered. Like I really didn't make that much money, but like people were just like shot, 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 shot. I was gone, and I was wearing this like cute little like diamond top. It was actually my friend Angel's. Thank you, babe. But it was super cute, and I was wearing like black bottoms, and this guy outside had like this cute like silver like and black like cowboy hat, and I was like,
Yeah.
I want to put it on, like take a picture, like I look so cute. And this one guy was like, you look I was like, is it cute? He was like, no. Or like, I was like, do I look cute? And he was
Asshole.
like, no. And I was like, why did you call me ugly? Like on my birthday, I was like, fuck you. I literally called him. I was like trying to cuss him out. I was like, fuck you, you bitch.
Goddamn. You got his number?
I've known this guy for a while. Like he comes in,
okay.
he's like one of the regulars. But I was like, fuck you, you asshole. Why would you call me that
That
ugly?
sounds fucked up. Like, yeah.
He apologized for it twice.
Okay. Well, you better.
And then the next time I
regular.
saw him, I was like, "You made me cry. Fuck you." And I told him, I was like, "My birthdays are really sensitive." He was like, "I'm sorry, like I didn't know that."
Even still, though, did you have any kind of excuse for why he's just acting like a dick, or did you think
Apparently,
that was funny or
like the
something?
guy the hat came from, like I guess he didn't like him.
Oh.
And I was like, "Okay, but I know damn well I was cute as fuck in that
Yeah,
hat."
I'm
So
not
like,
him. Like, you know
like
what I
what
mean?
the fuck? You can say fuck you to him in the hat, but like I know I look cute in that. And then it just made me cry.
Yeah, you should have stole the hat.
I steal a lot of hats.
I bet you could get like anything you really want from a customer. Like,
Oh,
just
yeah.
like, hey, let me wear
I have
that.
a
or
collection of
have your
like
phone.
hats and like sunglasses that I've stolen from
dead.
customers. I like this wasn't in the club, but it was at Seesaw, and I stole this guy's Ray-Bans. I was like, he was up at a section, and I walked up to him. I was like, "Your sunglasses are cute. Can I wear them?" And he was like, "Sure." And then I went, phew, just like ran away, and then I still have
That
them.
hits home for me. I had this pair of fucking Ray-Bans. I've kept them for so long. I actually can't find them right now, but I will find them.
Probably stole them. Sorry.
No.
I'm just kidding.
I stopped looking.
man.
They went missing like yesterday. So,
Oh no. Oh, I
but
definitely
that was
did not steal
before
them.
you were able to fucking get your paws on them. But, yeah,
I'm
Ray-Bans
not a
are
klepto
special.
like that, by the way. It's only to like random dudes that like I don't know or like customers in the club. Like that's the only time. Like I'll do it if I know I can get away with it and if I like don't care about you.
I had some bad phases as like a kid. I would walk into Walmart and just start eating Oreos off the shelf, and then like put the Oreos down in like the fucking detergent section.
Bro, my mom would let me drink the strawberry
Walmart
milk
versus
and just
I
throw
can
'em
steal from a
back.
multi-million-dollar corporation if you can steal from fucking random customers and shit.
Oh no, I steal from Walmart.
yeah,
But I
fuck
steal like
Walmart.
little things. Like I like steal like makeup and shit.
You know how
So
many
I'm like, fuck
businesses
you.
Walmart put out of business? Like they're
No,
Satan.
literally.
But and they're not even open 24 hours anymore, which is
It's so
depressing.
fucking stupid. That's one thing that sucks about the COVID shit is because like being a dancer, like I get off like we close at like 2 Sunday through Wednesday, and on Fridays and Saturdays we close at like 4 a.m. So like by both those times that I actually get out of there, I'm like, fuck, I need cat food. I forgot to go get cat food
Yeah,
before work, and
you
like
need a
my
place
cats
to
are gonna
go
be
get your shit.
starving, and I'm like, I can't go to the store. Like I have to wait until tomorrow, and then I got to deal with my cats going.
Well, pro tip: Sheets is actually clutch for that because you can actually get cat food
That
at
is
a
true.
Sheets. But still, Walmart should be open. I used to love fucking
Literally.
around at Walmart in the middle of the night.
God, it was
I
like
would-
I grew up in a small town, so like that was like literally the only thing we
Yeah,
had to do.
I would like go to the spray paint section and like test out the spray
Oh
paint
my
on that wall that
God.
you can do. They do have like
do
a
that.
wall you can spray paint on. But
Oh, my Walmart didn't have that.
one time we were doing that, me and Marquise, and then this random lady that worked there started screaming.
She's like, why are you doing that? And there's other fucking paint all over the fucking wall. Like,
Fuck you, bitch.
yell at
Leave me
everybody
alone.
else.
Just trying to have a good time, and then we ran out. Like we were like, "You're scaring me," and that was at like 2 or 3 in the morning.
You're gonna kidnap me. I'm scared.
Yeah. Well, I've had a great time having you on. I hope you enjoyed it.
No, this has been fun. I've
Thank
enjoyed
you
it a
for
lot.
answering everything and being an open.
Never
book.
thought we could do a 2-hour-long video talking about strip clubs.
I mean, hey, I still could go on, but
Oh, yeah.
it is 2 hours, and yeah, it's been fun. Hopefully, whenever you want to come back, just hit us up.
Hell
But
yeah, no, I'm so down. There's so
we
much
could talk
like
about your
I was,
actual
like,
I know
life.
you still got your
Like
book.
there's
I feel
like
bad.
so much stuff that I like didn't even like
No,
talk
before
about. Like,
before we go though, I really do want to know. It intrigues me because I mean, asking everybody this question because you see who someone is nowadays and what they
Yeah.
wanted to be before. But what did you want to be growing up,
Or what do you want to
or
be?
what do you want to be?
yeah, I definitely don't want to dance forever. Like in the next year, I'm like hoping to be like fucking done with this shit. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's just like the pain it has on my body is ridiculous. But growing up, I wanted to be a criminal psychologist.
Oh, okay.
So
Hey, I mean, you got some practice getting psychology of some people.
But like, yeah, that's one thing I always wanted to do was like criminal psychology. But like, honestly, like, I just want to get up in like the top business like world and just like
Yeah.
change it. Obviously changing is probably not gonna happen, but I just want to shit on all of the other men. Like I want to be like top CEO.
I mean,
of,
hey,
like, a
that hustle
business.
can take you to like far places. So
Hell yeah.
I think the criminal psychology would be awesome, or whatever you end up doing. When fuck it, we can have you back on to talk about whatever it is.
Yeah.
Hell
but-
yeah, no, I'd love to come back. It's fun.
Yeah. So is there anything that you want to promote or let people know
Yeah, I
before we
mean,
head out?
If you want to follow the OnlyFans,
I
I
mean,
mean,
it's
go for
I
it.
just give
but,
people the option at the end. So
you
let's
know, you
like,
can like link like my Instagram.
all right, I'll put your
down in, like,
Instagram
the
down there,
bottom or
and
whatever.
then they can get whatever they need there. But alrighty. Well, this has been episode 72, right? 72. Alrighty. Well, I'll have a good one. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and
Comment.
respect your dancers. Don't be an asshole. Don't touch their butt. Peace.
You'll find the ones like me where they punch you, so be careful.
Don't get punched.